What is up, everybody? We are a little late, but guess what? We got great picks for you. We got great bets. We're going to get this one going. JohnnyKpicks there alongside is my co-host, Blood Money MMA Bets, showing off his little cup there. And we have two special guests. We have 138 MMA Tyler in the house, and we also have Will Brewer Brew Crew in the house as well. So all these guys' information is down below in the description. If you don't know who they are, definitely go check them out. Go hit the follow, go hit the subscribe, all that good stuff. And Cody, how's it going? How you feeling about this card?
Good, man. I feel good. I feel confident. My 5 picks are still together. Of course, I have a bet against the person that missed weight by 5 pounds again, but
yeah, you have a bad rap of doing that, don't you?
Well, they're stupid cheaters, bro. I mean, it gets old. And then real quick, but last week, 2 weeks ago, how did Sirius City lose that fight? Okay, listen. The dude comes in, he wins the fight outright, right? Then he's at his home city. So, okay, you get that. You get the home city, so he should win. Then his opponent missed weight by 5 pounds. So why are the judges rewarding that dude for missing weight, doing all that stuff, and then they give him a close fight win out? I'm sick of these people missing weight.
It's like Davey Grant, man. He won that fight in his home country, and they gave him the raw end of the deal. It's like, what?
And imagine if Marcos would have missed weight by 5 pounds too.
Yeah, it's one little thing there.
We're gonna get it back this week, though, man. There's some really good spots on this card, and should be fun, especially in the small cage.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, City won that fight, though. Guarantee it.
I thought he did too.
It was close. Any other set of judges gave that to City.
Yeah, the second and third round, dude, he's landing flying knees, all the kicks, all the combos, all the big shots. Like, I was surprised Tavares' chin held up, man. He took some big shots in that fight. So did CD, though.
Yeah, it was a good one. Tyler, what's going on, man? What are you looking forward to this card?
Well, I don't know if you guys know, but my boy Drew Dober is fighting on this card, so I'm stoked. I'm amped. Me and my buddy Marcus that work at the gym behind me here. Marcus and him have been best buds, and Drew have been best buds since they were teenagers or whatever. So he's very nervous. So we were chatting about it today. But I tried to calm him down. I was like, "Hey, buddy, it's all right." I get it, because whenever my really close friends fight, it's really hard to just chill. You start sweat. It's more nerve-wracking than getting in there yourself is watching your buddies fight. But and Drew and I aren't close or anything. I just know him through Marcus. So I can only imagine how nervous Marcus is right now waiting for the fight to happen. But I'm excited for it. Obviously, I just gave away a pick because I'm not going to pick against the guy. Anyway, whatever.
It's all good. And we got Will in the house. What's up, man? How's it going for you tonight?
Good, man. I'm looking forward to this card. I'm really interested in Talia Silva and the Araujo fight. Big step up in competition for her. And then obviously the main event. I don't really know where to go with that. That fight is super close. I can see both guys winning, but yeah, I don't really know where to go. But I'm gonna talk myself into a pick. Just wait until we break it down.
Yeah, we'll get you to pick a side at least. So you might have to be the tiebreaker. Let's put it that way. But let's go through the chat here real quick, and then we'll get started. I know, like I said, we started a little bit late, but here we go. We got Yippy Kay. What's up, man? He said it's all about fight talk and picking winners from the best cappers in the business. Who will come out on top? Hopefully, everybody will win. We'll just have to wait and see. Yes, indeed. Thanks for coming out, Yippy, as always. Yippy? We got Mr. Dev himself, MMA Jesus 420, Mr. 8K. I can't think of any more nicknames that we're going to give him in the house. Definitely check him out.
Mr. Risky. That's what
Mr. Risky.
All my bets are risky.
Mr. Nah.
You're risky, Dev. So you're risky.
Mr. I don't like any of your picks. All that good stuff. Definitely check him out, though, on Twitter and Instagram. He does good stuff. We got John in the house. What's up, man? What's up, Johnny K? Book's going down tomorrow. Azat over 3.5 takedowns on Prize Picks is a lock. Okay. He could probably do it for sure. We got Kiwi Brew in the house. What's up? Cheer all to you as well. We got me there. We got Ryan Jordan. What's up? No one defends units like Johnny, and blood is cash. Let's get that cash, y'all. Let's do it. Appreciate you coming out, Ryan, as always. T-Ray T, if I said it right, or Paku. Sorry, I'm very bad with names. Appreciate you coming out as always. AJ, what's up, our guy? Defend your units. Always appreciate you coming out. Snarius, our guy, appreciate you coming out as well. Feels like Christmas indeed after a week. It does. Dirty Reg, what's up, man? You and me, we're on the same page. I like it.
All the favorites on the card.
I like where this is headed. When me and Dirty Reg, we're in. Better watch out, Cody.
Better watch all the favorites.
Pink Floyd, what's up, man? Always appreciate you coming out as well. Happy Friday to you too. And Eric, what's up, man? The Four Horsemen, appreciate you coming out. Oh man, we got Kiwi Brew with the dono, with the $50 dono. Ooh. I know why he did this, because Kiwi is one of the biggest cunts on the internet.
That's what I've heard. That's what
I've heard. Now, what on earth does $50 Australian translate to in USD? Do we have any idea? I have no idea.
Good question. I have no idea offhand, but I will take it.
Like, is that a lot? Is that a little? I don't know. I have no idea.
No idea.
It seems like a lot.
Yeah. It looks like a lot.
Mm-hmm. Is it more than ours? More money? Is it? Are they?
I don't think so. Like usually the US dollar is pretty good, except other than like the British pound or something.
Like my buddy Raj in the gym's always telling me how much like something costs in rupees, and I'm like, dude, I have no clue like what that means. 9,000 rupees or something. I'm like,
wasn't that what Howard Stern used to do? Like win $1 million rupees or something like that. Yeah. People thought they was winning all kinds of money, and they was winning like $300,
like $20.
Yeah,
it's like Turkish money is what they used to do.
Yeah. We got Matt in here. Johnny's going with all the widest. That's crazy,
man. That's crazy, man. I heard what I heard.
I got proof. I clipped it. It's all good. But we'll get started here. We got 20 in the chat. People will start trickling in here. We got probably one of the sloppiest looking fights of the night. Thomas Peterson versus Jamal Pogues. And Cody, I would love for you to start this one off right now with this sloppy big heavyweight fight where they look like frogs and ducks.
Yeah. I think Thomas Peterson's going to beat the crap out of Jamal Pogues. I think that he's a true heavyweight. I think he's a thick dude. I think he's got the excellent wrestling background. Like when Pogues can't win in striking, he usually tries to pull out his grappling, which like he can out wrestle for the most part, like a Parisian, Josh Parisian, but man, he's not going to out wrestle a dude that was a high level college wrestler, man. Peterson's got good striking too. If you go back and watch his regional scene, he's knocking dudes out with one punch, like standing up. Like he's got good boxing. Looked good against Waldo Cortez. I'm not impressed with Pogues anywhere. He's got a decent jab, suspect cardio, suspect everything. He's not that good. He used to fight at middleweight. He's just like a fat heavyweight instead of like a big, thick heavyweight dude. So that's what Peterson is. Peterson's going to beat him up on the ground, and I think he can beat him up standing up. So give me Peterson. I think he finishes them too. I think Peterson's finished all of his wins. I think he finishes Pogues on the ground and pound or sub.
Right on. Tyler, who do you like?
Well, so this one's tough because I don't like to pick guys coming straight off the Contender Series to get a win in their first fight, especially against someone. I mean, unless they're coming off against somebody else that's fresh off Contender Series. But I mean, somebody else that's had fights in the UFC. So I don't want to pick Peterson for that reason, but I also want to pick Peterson for every other reason, kind of like Cody said. I think he's probably outside of like range striking. I think at total range, I think Pogues is going to have the better long range shots. He can throw his jab well, whatever. He does drop his rear hand when he throws his jab. He throws it and he puts it way down here like this. I tried to tell that to Josh Parisian. He didn't read the message in time, so missed out on that when those two fought. But either way, Peterson probably gets the takedown and probably just lands a bunch of shots on him. The concern I would have is if Pogues is able to just do enough to stay active through that onslaught from just, whatever. I mean, these are big, thick heavyweights. So imagine Peterson does that, doesn't get him out of there in the first. We go into the second round. The dude's probably just a walk-in punching bag at that point. It gives me concern. I'll take Peterson for the pick. Yeah,
Yeah. Whoa, who do you like?
Yeah, I like Peterson, man. When I saw Jamal Pogues walk up on that stage, man, I was like, come on now. Like, how much training did you actually do? His stomach is way out there. I mean, I think it's even bigger than Roy Nelson's stomach. Like that stomach just caught me off guard. But yeah, I think Peterson, like Cody said, is a true heavyweight. And while Jamal Pogues is skilled, like how skilled and how fast and everything is he going to be? Like how much has he really been training? So like I have all those questions just by seeing what I saw on the weigh-in scale. I mean, skill for skill, I feel like Peterson's better, but Pogues, he's been around, he's fought in multiple weight classes, but just the condition he's in, the shape he's in, kind of worries me. So I'm gonna stick with Peterson.
Right on. Yeah, I'm on the Peterson train as well, but I am not confident whatsoever. I do think he does have the better grappling and wrestling and takedowns. Good ground and pound. On the feet, it could be a little dicey. And if Peterson can't get those takedowns, it could be a little dicey, especially if the fight goes later on too. So that's why there's all these little red flags too. So a lot of Peterson's wins have come in the first round or early second. I don't think he's been past or into the third round. Okay, one time against Waldo. But yeah, so out of his 9 fights, he's only been to the third round once. So we'll see. We've seen Pogues go to third rounds a lot. Decisions, whether he wins or loses, he doesn't really have that one like punch knockout power for a heavyweight like normal. But yeah, I got to go with Peterson. Just even on paper, it looks like Peterson should win. But I tell you what, when they're together, I don't know who's going to win that fight because they are sloppy. They're sloppy. That's all I'm going to say. But let's see what everybody else says here. Kiwi said it's about 30 USD. There you go.
That's pretty legit, man. Pretty legit.
Appreciate you, Kiwi.
That's freaking awesome.
I hope
there's a damn good
awesome
gift.
Oh yeah, it is.
I hope you enjoyed the C word. Bunny Hunter, what's up, man? That's our guy. What's up, fellas? Best time of the week. We always appreciate you coming out each time. They should make Pogues and Peterson fight in a little league softball parking lot. I agree.
Denny's or something.
Kiwi with wide power.
Jesus.
Well, last show was wild, guys.
That was.
Bag of milk versus bag of chocolate milk. Pick your poison. That's about right. That's about right. We got MMA Ricky in the house. What's up, Ricky? He said, yo, we in here. I was on Pogues before I saw him on the scale today. Peterson don't impress me at all either, though. But the scale look as awful. Yeah, I agree. Got to pick with somebody. So, Jeff Pelton with the dono, $5. What is up, my guy? He said, what's up, JK Blood, 138 and will be. I felt even worse about this fight after seeing these dudes on the scale. Heavyweight is brutal. I agree, man.
Yo, real quick, is that Jeff Pelton? Are you the same Jeff Pelton that fought Chuck Buffalo back in the day? Because
hey, that'd be awesome.
Tell by your picture, obviously, but
no, I think that's the one. I think that's the one from the city next to me, dude. There's in Bellevue, Ohio. There's Jeffrey Pelton, and he's a fighter. He's a pro fighter. He's fought the one dude that fought in Bellator, Nick Brown, I believe, and some other people.
Fought Nick Brown.
So maybe, but yeah, Jeff said that this is not the same one, but maybe he usually has a jiu-jitsu picture up there. So you never know.
We got Any Action Effie. What's up, man? He said, anybody know if the UFC scale survived these two blokes weighing in on it? Jesus, yeah, they were monsters today. Monsters. But if you like hockey bets, definitely check out Any Action Effie, Any Action Sportscast on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. He puts out all of his hockey bets, which are amazing. His UFC bets, his college football bets, all that good stuff. He does great stuff. AJ, no bet for me. I agree. Octagon Outcome. What's up, man? What's up, boys? How's everyone's week? Doing well now. Work's done. UFC's tomorrow. Talking UFC. Drinking beer. Miller time. Rock and roll. Love it. Appreciate you coming out. Peterson got some small ass arms compared to his wide body. He should probably be 185. He probably could. And then Octagon said, "Go Leafs."
He's been wrestling heavyweight his whole life. He's a big boy.
He's a big boy. Next one's going to be a very fun fight here. We got Medeiros versus Landon Quinones. I'll let Tyler start this one off.
All right. So fun fight. I like Quinones. I think he's one of the underdogs that I feel, I don't want to say best about because there's a couple I feel better about, but he's one of the underdogs on the undercard that I feel best about because I think that the volume put forth by a guy like Quinones can win him a close decision. I think he's tough enough to withstand whatever's coming back his way. Like he's got the skill. He does have the wrestling in his back pocket that he doesn't like to use, but he's very good at it. Yeah, I think he's just more well-rounded. I think he's got more skills, and I think he's going to have the output as well as the durability to do whatever's needed in this fight. So I see him getting the win probably by decision. But the one drawback I could see is he is kind of hittable, so I could see kind of depending on optics losing the decision that way. But I would definitely say that Quinones is the side for sure, and money coming in on him shows that.
Right on. Will, who do you like?
Man, I've been kind of going back and forth in this one because I do expect this to be a fun fight. I expect both of these guys to get hit. Quinones really impressed me with what he did against Hackbrass in his last fight. And then, that was a war, and I expect another war here. I just don't know if the creativity of how do you say this guy's last name? The other one,
Medeiros,
the creativity of him, the different ways that he can finish a fight. I'm concerned that Quinones might get caught with something. That's always an option there, but I do feel like Quinones has more ways to win. But the danger factor is very high here. But I guess I'll stick with Quinones. But like I said, the danger factor.
Okay, Cody.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good fight. Both these kids are young, up and coming prospects. Both of them got good striking and good grappling. They both train in good camps. Medeiros, I think he uses more offensive wrestling than Quinones, but Quinones has really good defensive wrestling, like you seen against Nazareth. He stopped like 5 takedowns there. He stopped all of Imavov, that dude from the 145er now. He stopped all his takedowns when they fought earlier in his career. And good takedown defense. He's got really technical striking, really straight punches, and really good leg kick game with both of his legs. And then Medeiros obviously has good Muay Thai. I would say he's a little more powerful, has a little bit more knockout ability, but they're both good strikers. I picked Quinones. When I picked him, he was like plus 170. I'm gonna stick with him. The line's tightening up now, and it's like a pick 'em, which is pretty good. But man, maybe in a pick 'em, I might like Medeiros money, but I'm sticking with my pick on Quinones. I just think that he's going to be able to stop the takedowns. And what I noticed about Medeiros is a lot in his regional scene fights. Like if he's getting touched up a little bit in the striking, if he's not getting the best of it, he'll shoot in and take people down and stuff. And I don't think he's going to be able to do that against Medeiros or against Quinones. So if Quinones starts piecing him up and he tries to shoot in and can't get it, Quinones might be able to finish him, and just hit him with a ton of shots. He threw like 330 strikes against Hackbrass. And Hackbrass threw like 360 or something crazy. So the kid's got cardio toughness, and that was on short notice too. I think he had a week or two notice. So give me Quinones. I'm going to stick with it, but I like the overs here. But it's a tough fight to bet, especially as a pick 'em. You know what I mean? Whoever got Quinones at like plus 170 to plus 200, man, you killed it. So, but give me Quinones in a really close fight. I think it goes to decision. I like the over. That's my favorite bet on it.
Right on.
Is it 1.5 or is it 2.5 right now?
I think it's 2.
I believe. Yeah. And it's like even money almost. Yeah. It's like right around. It was like, I think the under was like minus 120 or.
Yeah. Again, this is going to be a very close fight. I'm actually looking forward to this one. I'm just going to go with the Medeiros side, though. I kind of like his striking a little bit more. I know he keeps his hands a little bit low for my liking, but I do think he has a little bit more knockout ability. And Quinones' striking defense isn't all that great. And I know Nazrat is a good striker too, but he was getting pieced up a lot on there. So we'll see what happens with this fight. I do think Medeiros' takedown defense is pretty good too. So if Quinones does try to go, if he's losing the striking, he does go to that wrestling. I think Medeiros can keep it on the feet if he wants to. And I do like his, if he wants to go for takedowns, I think he can get those takedowns too. But like these guys are like so similar, but I just lean Medeiros for some reason. I don't know, my gut. Earlier in the week, I didn't want to touch the line, but it's getting closer to a pick 'em, so now I kind of want to bet it. So we'll see what happens tonight and or right before the fights here. So I'm going to go with Medeiros to win. I'm going to say by decision. Both guys have never been finished, and I think both guys are super tough too. So I think it's going to be a war for or the over 2.5 rounds too. So that looks good to me too. So we'll see what happens. Tyler's laughing. All you guys are laughing. I can't read that fast when I'm talking.
Chat. Donnie in the chat cracks me up.
Checking behind him and stuff. Waiting for other MMA guys, ninjas, to run in and challenge him in his dojo.
We got Nate in here. What's up? We haven't seen Landon fight fully prepared at UFC level, so it's hard to know where he's really at. That's true.
Yeah.
Donnie, all right, guys, we're in the wrong in at least one spot this week. Which one is it? We'll find out. We got Jaden in the house. What's up, man?
Jaden.
Appreciate you coming out. Check out Jaden on Instagram with all of his story and stuff. It's amazing. So definitely check it out. Tough pick here. I agree. This could be a tough one. I just lean the opposite that a lot of people are. I know a lot of people are on Quinones, but Factory X is trash. Good gym, but I feel like they flake in fights way too often. I hear you. Don't like Factory X. I got Quinones at plus 200. That's good. I got him at plus 170. I don't mind those bets at all. I think this will be a pretty close fight. Yeah, Matt, once you go through their roster, you see how bad some fighters are that train there and question the whole gym's integrity. They do focus on guys, or do they want numbers? That's true. Agreed. Let's see. Tyler always looks like he's on watch furniture. Okay.
Maybe I am.
That's what I missed.
Like, maybe I am on watch, all right?
There's no maybe.
I think it's because you're always like,
I can't let somebody run up on me.
Like throw spinning elbows out of nowhere. Like,
is it fair to say it's basically a guess who wins this one? Yeah, I mean, coin flip it. There you go. You good, Will?
Getting them big plus money.
Bro, I don't know what's going on. My bad, fellas.
Oh, no, you're good. You sound good now. I know you were frozen. That's why I took you out a little bit. But we'll go to the next one here. It's going to be Julia Stolarenko versus Luana Carolina. I'll let Will start this one off.
I'm all over Stolarenko in this one. I feel like her submission, she can just pull them off at any point. Her grappling's pretty solid. I think Carolina's of course, she's going to try to keep this on the feet, but I'm just confident in what Stolarenko has done lately, and I think she's going to get the finish. Another submission armbar.
First round?
I like first round.
Okay, I like that too. Cody?
Yeah, I mean, I like Stolarenko. I think her striking's underrated. Like, she fought in like that Lethway stuff and was good at that. And that's all striking. She throws fast head kicks and she throws decent like boxing with a little bit of pop. Obviously, the best part of her game, she has good timing on her takedowns and she looks big and good at 125. Man, like at 135, she was able to get girls down and do her thing. To some of them, even like Chelsea Chandler, she got her. And Chelsea Chandler's huge. She got her down. Tried to do her thing, but Chelsea Chandler's just fucking gigantic, so she's able to reverse her and stuff. But down here fighting Luana, who's not really dangerous on the feet at all, and then like she's actually like doesn't have the best fight IQ, and she'll get into the grappling exchanges. Like with that Petrova girl she fought last time, she was grappling with her the whole time, even though she was winning most of it because that girl was legit terrible. I had Luana at like plus 185, but she still was engaging in it. And if you watch like Stolarenko versus like Alexa Davis, right? They fought for 3 rounds. Alexa Davis is a high-level black belt, and she kept having to grapple with Stolarenko because she just kept initiating the grappling and getting the fight to the ground, whether by pulling guard or whatever. And she had her in like a bunch of different triangles, a bunch of different arm bars, and Alexa Davis got out over 3 rounds, and it was a tough fight. And Stolarenko is hard to finish too. So I just think that she's going to, she can either get the first round, get the takedown and get the arm bar, get some ground control, get some ground and pound and stuff. And she could even come out, if she don't get the finish there, come out in the second round and do the same thing. You know what I mean? But I think she finishes Luana. I don't think Luana has the best grappling at all. You've seen like Ariane Lipski, knee bar, really easy. And she hasn't had to show it too much. Like I said, the last girl she fought, that Petrovic or whatever her name, she's terrible. She's never going to win a fight at the UFC. But yeah, man, I think Stolarenko comes out here. I think she throws punches for maybe like 45 seconds with her. I think she gets Carolina throwing. She ducks under, takes her down. I think she finishes her pretty quick because I don't think Carolina's a Muay Thai girl. Like, she's not a grappler, really. So I'm sure she's got some, but yeah, man, give me Stolarenko first round sub, man.
Right on. Tyler.
First things first, there's like 30-something people watching, and I'm seeing like 19 likes. I'm 2 of those. So that means you guys need to do your due diligence.
Come on, man.
Beautiful people, so go ahead and do that. Anyway, so my take on this one, here's the deal. So everybody this week is now trying to be the contrarian and say, oh, Stolarenko by KO because that's, you don't want to just say the same thing. But this woman has 11 wins in her entire MMA career. 10 of them are first-round arm bars. It's like, yeah, sure. Like you can be the contrarian. I get it. And sometimes it's going to hit. It's going to hit. Sometimes it worked with Jillian Robertson last week. I was on that, or not last week, 2 weeks ago, because we never really fights last week. I was on it. I get it. Great. But that's different because Stolarenko literally just goes for that throw into the armbar. That's what she's going to do. She's going to try and hip toss you, or some sort of throw similar to the hip toss, and then she's going to get you down and try to get that armbar. That's what she wants to do. I understand she could get a knockout. But how I'm playing this, for the sake of just making a pick, I guess I'll take Stolarenko, but that's not the way to play it, by my opinion. I've got a certain number. I got to remember how it hashes out, but I've got a partial fraction of a unit on Stolarenko inside the distance just to cover bases, be safe. She's probably not winning a decision. But then I've got another part of a unit on Stolarenko round 1 submission because my book won't let me play round 1 armbar. And then to cover it all, I played money line of Carolina. And the reason why is because she was at a big enough plus money to cover it all. So the only way I lose this fight is if Stolarenko somehow wins a decision, which I don't think happens. Because I think if it goes to decision, she's toast. She's going to be fighting a girl that probably intentionally missed weight. So you should be covered everywhere. If you played that, by my advice, I told you guys to do this in my breakdown video earlier in the week. If you missed it, that's on you. Check it out next time. Either way, Stolarenko's the pick, probably first round armbar, and I think that's just the way it's going to go in most Stolarenko fights that she wins.
Right on. Yeah, I agree with everybody here, but I'm just going to be the contrarian. I'm going with Lana Carolina here. I think she can survive the first round. And I think if she survives the first round, I think she wins a decision. That's literally my breakdown. That's it. I'm not saying she's amazing grappler, anything like that, but she is better than Molly McCann. I will say that. So we'll see what happens. She's a better grappler than Molly McCann.
Didn't Molly McCann was out grappling her? She's taking Lana down.
No, I meant like with Stolarenko. So if Molly McCann can't survive against Stolarenko at all.
Neither can Lana.
I think she can survive a little bit better than Molly McCann. That's what I meant to say if it came off wrong. Sorry.
Came off
right. Whoa, someone's jumping at my neck already. We didn't even get to the fight that we did.
Wider.
We haven't even got to that fight yet. But I'm going to go with Carolina. Am I super confident in my underdog pick? No, because I think I just want to see a little bit more from Stolarenko really in the flyweight division. Yes, she beat Molly McCann, who has 0 ground game. So this is a little step up for her. We'll see what happens here. If she gets the armbar in the first round, all good. Then I know. Then she's an armbar specialist. I can't just bet and pick armbar specialist because in the first round. That's it. 10 of the 11 wins, Cody. What do you want?
I just want to let you know that Molly McCann's better grappler than Lana Carolina. She out-grappled her when they fought.
I will be the judge of that tomorrow when I see the fight and see how awful she does or if she survives. If she survives longer than Molly McCann, she's a better grappler. I don't care. I don't even care if it goes to the mat or not. She'll be a better grappler no matter what. Let's see what everyone else says here. Luana does have long arms, easy to get leverage on. There you go. I saw someone asking why Stolarenko was fighting Neil Magny this week. Oh, man. Whoops. That's funny. I didn't see that, but that's a good one. Missing weight is so bad. I hate it when they miss weight. I agree. This was definitely intentional. Like, there's a reason why she doesn't want to get taken down. Let's be honest, guys. Like, I even picked Carolina. I know it was intentional. Come on.
Well, luckily, Stolarenko's used to fighting 135ers. So.
True.
Right there. Bruno knows what's up.
Jeff, your reaction's hilarious, Cody.
Yeah, you like that.
Y'all
right here, dude. MMA Ricky.
I'll be surprised. You're right. Dennis, get his
exactly. Let's go, Dennis. Let's go, everybody.
Appreciate you, Dennis. You don't have to give him any more motivation. He's on my ass all the time when I say something wrong.
Gotta keep it solar warden. Get it on my solar warden.
Molly isn't even good on the feet. If she was fighting anyone else, I would bet against her. Yeah, Luana by armbar, that'd be crazy.
Sheesh,
crazy.
Nuts triangle.
What is that? Plus like 5,000, maybe more.
I bet maybe.
Yes, sir. All right, we'll move on up to the next one. Blake Builder versus Young Lee, and I believe, of course, it's my fight to start, guys.
This guy, don't do it, Johnny.
But I'm gonna go with the underdog here as well. I'm gonna go with Builder to win. Lee is, on paper he looks like a killer. Like he's got 4 wins under like 30 seconds, but all those guys are super low level guys, and so if you take all those out of the equation, it's a little bit more of an even playing field. And Builder's tough. He's durable. He's got solid striking. I like his grappling, and I think he can out-grapple Lee if it does get to the mat. But if it's on the feet, I think Lee's a little bit better striker. So we'll see what happens here. I just want to see more from Lee. I think I know where Builder is at, and I think he can beat the style of Builder can beat Lee in this fight, especially if it gets later in the fight. Early on, I do think Lee can get a finish, but as the fight goes on, I like Builder. I think he's more of a junkyard dog, if you want to say, but I wouldn't put him in the category yet. I need to see more from Builder, but I'm going to go with him to win. I'll say by decision as well. Will, who do you like?
Will's froze.
Oh, he's froze. He froze. Tyler, who do you
I
like?
think he was sleeping over there. I was like, he's got his eyes closed.
I thought he was just chilling.
Narcoleptics.
Sleep.
Wake up, Will.
Sorry, I was just talking. I didn't even look.
Okay. All right, I'll take it. Okay. I feel good about Lee. I think Lee's getting this done. I feel fairly confident. In fact, he was one of my first bets on this card last year even. I bet on this last year. That's how long ago I bet on this.
Who's that behind Tyler?
But no, I think he's better everywhere. He's got better striking. I think he's got better grappling. The only thing that Builder might have is better like pure wrestling. But I think Lee has this habit of turning fights into a brawl, and he's a clean brawler, if that makes sense. And when he turns a fight into a brawl with a guy like Blake Builder, who doesn't have very good striking defense and kind of is okay with that, I feel like Lee's going to be landing better shots. Even if it goes to decision, I feel like he's going to be landing the better shots this whole fight. If it does go to the mat, we saw Lee has one of the fastest arm bars probably that I've ever seen at the lower levels of the UFC. I mean, I'm not talking like, Charles Oliveira level. I think Lee's going to get it done anywhere the fight goes. I think he's better, and I feel pretty good about him. So, there you go. Lee.
Right on. Cody.
Yeah, I'm staying far away from this fight, but I'm taking Builder just because I haven't seen Lee do anything. I thought there was a chance he lost that last fight, and I didn't think that other guy was very good. I think Blake Builder may be able to out wrestle this guy. Like maybe he can't take down Kyle Nelson because Kyle Nelson's a fucking giant and for at 140 or 145, and then plus he's got good offensive and defensive wrestling. He's a well-rounded vet. But he's getting a guy here that, is coming off the Asian fighting scene, and they never have good takedown defense. He does have good jiu-jitsu, like Tyler said. He'll throw up arm bars, triangles, all that stuff. But Blake Builder is a black belt jiu-jitsu, pretty high level. Like, you know what I mean? He's not Damian Maia or Stolarenko, but he's freaking good. But yeah, man, I just think Builder would be able to strike with this dude because that last dude had no striking whatsoever, and he was able to survive and then just land the takedowns like repeatedly. And that dude was little too. I think Blake Builder's American wrestling will work, man, and maybe even his jiu-jitsu, he might be able to get a sub in there. So I don't know, though. I don't really like this fight either. It's pretty suspect to bet, in my opinion. I don't even know if I like the overs, unders, nothing, because Blake Builder can be in pretty boring fights because he's just moving around a lot, trying to get. And then I see some grappling happen. I just don't like Lee's grappling from what I've seen. Like his takedown defense, he'll accept stuff on the ground, and that's against the lower level guy. So I don't know. But give me Builder, but no bets on this fight at all.
Right on. And Will, are you there? No, he's frozen again. Man, he's freezing up. It looks like he's there, and then I'm like, I'll get him. I'll have to get him back. See what they
I thought he was listening to what I was saying.
I thought he was too.
He's just like, yeah, let him know, Cody.
Or well.
Let him know.
Kiwis said Builder round 3 sub at 2,200. That's a good look.
That's not a bad look. Kiwi hit big 2 cards ago too. The last card, 2 weeks ago. Killed it.
Ricky said, I love Lee. I bet him as well. I think he's better everywhere. Okay. Lee's competition hasn't been great, but he cracks, and Builder tends to get hit. I agree.
True that.
All of that. It's true.
True that.
Jaden says, Blake the Builder is showing up today. I like it. I like it.
Too, man.
Let's see.
Guys, no one has ever frozen on camera in like a better
cool position
than
usually it's like
every time I think he's there. I'm like, Will, what do you think? And he's not there. I'm like, dang it. I thought he was there.
This is killing me, guys. This is killing me.
He looks like he's about to come with a really good answer.
I know. He's like, I'm going to show everyone. Let's see.
Like,
oh, man.
Okay. All right.
There you go. There we go. That last one in the chat, or second to last now. MMA Jesus got that. Korean Tiger lock.
Korean Tiger a lock, boys. We'll blink twice if you know. That's awesome. All right. When Will gets back here, we'll get his pick here, and then we'll move on up to the next one. Interesting fight. Themba Garimbo versus Pete Rodriguez. Tyler, who do you like?
Okay, so this one's weird to me because a lot of people are on Pete Rodriguez, and I'm not. I'm definitely not. I think Gimbo is going to beat him pretty easily. And yeah, I mean, I guess Rodriguez has a puncher's chance, but what is it like? It's a huge, huge reach too. So that puncher's chance, he still has to somehow close that distance. And I just don't see it going well for him. As he's closing that distance, he's probably getting hit. And when he does get in, he's probably getting taken down. And when he does get taken down, you got to assume that Gimbo is going to have the better grappling, just based on, knowing that Gimbo's primarily a grappler and Pete Rodriguez is primarily not. I mean, the size is going to be huge. I mean, it should all signs point to Gimbo. The UFC probably wants Gimbo to win. Pete Rodriguez has been nothing but a thorn in their side outside of knocking out Mike Jackson. But other than that, the dude just keeps getting fights canceled because he keeps saying he wants to go down to lightweight. He doesn't make weight. Like, the UFC is tired of this dude. They want to get Gimbo a win. This is a great way to do it. I understand Pete Rodriguez definitely has the chance to crack him, but I just don't think he's going to get close enough. I think Gimbo is an easy pick, and I think people are trying to read into it too much and try to identify a really big underdog that they can play. And I don't think Rodriguez is the guy. So one of the few favorites I'm on in this card is Gimbo. So there we go.
There we go. Will, what is up, man?
2 fingers if you're okay, Will.
Blink twice.
Blink twice if you're okay, Will.
Dude, every time I'm like, Will, who do you think? And you're just in a cool position. You're like,
yeah, you are pausing.
It was hilarious.
Though,
I thought you were there. I'm like, dang it, you got me again.
You looked like you was about to drop some knowledge. Too.
I was, man. I thought I was, and then everything just completely went off. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess what I had to say was some BS. That's what I'm just gonna think.
Who you got?
You're all good. Who do you got in Builder versus Lee?
I like Lee. I think Builder's solid, but I kind of like what I've seen from Lee a little bit more. I do think this is going to be a brawl. I think Lee is going to get off to a good start. Builder's going to show that he's durable, but I think eventually Lee might get a finish, but I think he'll get off to such a good start that Builder won't be able to get enough rounds. So I got Lee either by knockout or decision, obviously, but I like Lee.
Okay. And then we'll just piggyback it. Who do you like, Gimbo or Rodriguez?
Well, I mean, how can you not pull for Gimbo, man? I mean, after just, his story and then, of course, The Rock buying him a house and everything. So he's a pretty big favorite. So I think it's dangerous, but I think I like him to win. I think he's better everywhere. So give me him.
There you go. Cody, you're up. Did you go?
Oh, no, for Gimbo?
Okay. I'm usually wrong. So I'm like, wait, did you already go?
Yeah, no, I was thinking, for some reason, I started thinking the Builder fight. But on the Gimbo fight, man, I like Gimbo, but I'm not I couldn't bring myself to put him in anything. You know what I mean? Even with Natalia Silver, not just because I do think he wins. He's way bigger. I think he's going to be able to grapple. I don't think Pete Rodriguez is a boxer, you know what I mean, with really good power and stuff. So I'm not expecting his ground game to be crazy good when obviously he spent a lot of his life boxing. It doesn't look like he was doing jiu-jitsu and wrestling. It looks like because his hands are great, dude, and he's got power. I expect Gimbo to go out there, not mess around on the feet too much with him. It's in the small cage, so that helps Gimbo's style. I believe he's going to be able to push Rodriguez. Well, he needs to push Rodriguez back because it's hard to get a takedown if you're on your back foot. So he's going to need to throw some shots, push Rodriguez back and just use that size and take him down and grind on him. And I'm expecting him to get a sub. I think he's 8-1 sub to KO. So he's got 8 subs, one KO, something like that, 6 or 8. But I'm looking for him to sub him. But I couldn't bet it because Pete Rodriguez is a dangerous dude. Crazy power in his hands, in both hands, and then that flying knee, you know what I mean? And if Gimbo goes down and takes a freaking sloppy shot, he could go to sleep, especially if he gets hit first, wobbled and just takes a sloppy shot, he could get put out. But I'm going to go. There's a reason why Pete Rodriguez was trying to get to 155, you know what I mean? Because he's a very, very small welterweight. So there's a legit reason, why he was trying to get down there. So, and this is short notice for him too. He doesn't have any fights getting out of the first round. So if he doesn't knock Gimbo out in the first round, I don't think he wins. And I just don't think he does. I think Gimbo's uses his size to get that wrestling point, gets the sub here. And first or second round. Yeah, somebody else put that up there. I think MMA Ricky, but I like that. Or the Pete, round 1 KO. Yep. Seems like, the other way to go.
Yeah, this is kind of like the Stolarenko fight where it's like Pete round 1 knockout, or it's gonna be Thembo by whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Gimbo to win this one. I'm gonna say by submission, either in the second or third round. I think he survives the first round. I don't think Pete's gonna be able to touch him up because he's gonna have a huge reach advantage. Well, it's only 4 inches, it says, but I don't know if that's true. I think he's got a little bit longer reach than that. But either way, I think he can survive on the feet for at least the first round, hold up Rodriguez up against the cage, maybe get a couple takedowns too, tire him out. And then Pete's never been to a second round either. He's fought very low-level guys other than JDM, and he got annihilated, and as he probably should have. So I think Themba gets this done. Like I said, later in the fight, second round submission. It's not really the greatest odds unless you literally do like second or third round submission, because it's only like plus 110. Otherwise, I probably would play it. But yeah, I mean, he can maybe win by a ground and pound knockout too, something like that. So maybe, Pete gets tired and he just quits, sort of. So we haven't seen him in the second round. So the unders look good too. So going with Themba by submission here. Let's see what the chat says. If I can get there. Oh, wow. There's a lot of stuff going on. Here we go. Matt says Pete Rod is doing this. All right. We'll see about that. Pete will be smashing ass. Okay. So that's blood's going crazy. Okay. Pete, round 1 KO is plus 550, worth a sprinkle. I agree. I think it's worth it. I think that's one of his only path to victory. Let's put it that way. I'm expecting Themba to look way improved here now that he has a full gym. I agree. Themba's no JDM. I also agree with that. Themba fighting for everything. Agreed. Pete, round 1 KO or Themba one-way traffic. Agreed. Like that Pete KO. Yep. Play it. That's how he wins. If he doesn't, then, it's worth a sprinkle. That's what it is. They were setting Themba up for Kiefer Crosby, then gave him the second worst fighter in the division. Agreed, because Kiefer Crosby is awful. I think Pete Rodriguez will beat Kiefer Crosby. That's how bad Kiefer. What do you think, Cody? Who do you think would win in that fight?
Yeah, man, Rodriguez, dude. Kiefer Crosby, terrible. He seems terrible.
He's awful.
But like, if he gets out of the first round, we don't know. There's so many unknowns, and a lot of these fights are you're gambling. You know what I mean? When you're betting on them, you're gambling instead of just making it like a good bet, like a solid bet.
The prelim fights are really tough. Like this card, really tough. Most of my bets are like on the main card. Actually,
a lot of debutantes and just like a lot of
and just 50-50 fights. And
Pete Rodriguez, what do we know about him? He should be in the Hall of Fame, UFC Hall of Fame, for knocking out Mike Jackson. But other than that, we don't know much about the man.
True. We got Johnny News in the house. What is up, man? Appreciate the $10 donation as always. Definitely check out John Newquist on Twitter. He puts out all of his bets, who he likes for picks for UFC and other great content too. Who gets the KO the fastest, Cody? Who do you think? The fastest KO potentially on this card. Rodriguez is a good one.
It's gotta have to be like Rodriguez, right? If he gets it. Where do just KO, fastest KO that I actually think
maybe Dober,
Stolarenko.
Yeah,
fastest.
Man, Dolidze could get him.
That's true. It's got power to do it. I'm just thinking the people that have the power to do it.
Yeah, I would say Dober or Rodriguez, man.
I would say those two myself.
Rodriguez.
So I don't know, because Dober's probably getting the KO in the second. So I think Jung Young Lee probably is going to knock out him first.
Maybe him.
Because
I think Builders have been knocked out, though, has he? So it's tough.
Yeah, it's going to be.
He's been dropped a shit ton on the regional scene, dude. He used to get dropped in every fight.
Did Nelson drop him?
Maybe. I know he kicked him in the balls really hard. And
then
kept fighting, dude. The ref was like, keep fighting.
Appreciate you, Johnny. As always, let's see. Dober, fastest KO. Let's see. We really don't know anything about Pete. He has beat everybody he was supposed to and lost to everybody. Yeah.
Jack Della.
Randy Brown, fastest KO. That'd be crazy.
Ain't no way.
Rodriguez, not good on the ground. Agreed. This Pete fight is similar to the Dober fight.
Well, but the only difference, though, is Moicano actually has decent striking. So because if Themba can't get this fight to the ground, he's done. And if Same thing though with Moicano, but he's got good striking though. But Drew Dober's so explosive.
Yeah, it's true.
Why'd everybody say he didn't look good? Well, I guess we'll just fight. We'll talk to it.
Yeah, we will tomorrow. Pete isn't the second worst. Who's the second worst? Nate. Dober fastest KO. Lee KO. There we go. Agree with Octagon. Lee could be the sneaky play here. Okay.
Yeah, he does have a lot of fast KOs. That's for sure.
All right, next one we got is going to be Charles Johnson versus Azat Maxim, and I will have Will start this one out.
Now, how can we not go with energy in this fight? I mean, come on now. Have you seen?
I can tell you several ways. No.
Yeah, definitely not picking Charles Johnson. He has not looked very good to me. Obviously, dropped his last 3. I think this is a fight to get Azat a good win. Charles Johnson's been around a long time, so the experience factor is there, but I think this is a clear Azat win here.
All righty, Tyler.
Yeah, I think it's just a bad matchup for Charles Johnson. So here's the problem with Charles Johnson is that he just starts too slow in a 3-round fight. Because I think he has the skills that he can make this competitive fight, possibly even win the fight, but he's probably going to give up the first round. Likely even give up the second round, and then probably try to win the third. And by then it's already too late. Azat has great cardio. We saw that in his last fight. He shot a bunch of takedowns. Sure, he didn't get very many of them because, you're not going to get them all. You know what I mean? That's just how it works. And especially in your UFC debut, it's just what happens. He's going against a guy who had very good takedown defense in that last matchup. So I believe he had 100% takedown defense before
he did
that fight, and Azat got a couple of takedowns.
3 takedowns on him.
Yeah. So, but he also missed 12. But the fact is, he shot a bunch of takedowns, and shooting a bunch of takedowns shows he has pretty good cardio. I think he's going to have the cardio to take down Charles Johnson. Charles Johnson isn't going to have the takedown defense. He will work his way back up, but I think it's just going to be too much for him. I think somebody like Azat Maxim, who doesn't have the best top control, he will give up position a lot of the time, is somebody that kind of goes great in this matchup because he's just going to keep getting the takedown, rinse, and repeat. And Charles Johnson's going to have to spend the whole fight defending that until the third when he starts actually trying to throw some strikes back. So for me, it's probably an Azat win by decision. Could see a late finish for Johnson, but I don't feel good about it.
All right, on Cody.
Yeah, Charles Johnson just ain't that good at fighting. He's got cardio, they say, but dude, I don't even see it. He gassed against Ode. He gassed against that F round where that guy was a dead body walking in the third round. What was that guy's Esteban or whatever? Yeah, and Energy's
he has pillow fists.
He and you can't lose the first 2 rounds and come back and win when you can finish Jimmy Flick. But like Charles Johnson, so
that was in the first round though.
He's got good submission defense, but his striking isn't all that good. I seen him getting beat up by Ode Osborne, Master Z, all of them, dude. I don't see where he's that good, to be honest. And then Maxim has good striking. This fight could stay on the feet for all 3 rounds, and Maxim could win this fight. Mm-hmm. Charles Johnson's striking isn't that great. He does a lot of feints and a lot of hip movement and stuff, but he doesn't actually do anything. That's what's crazy. And then Maxim, obviously, like I said, his striking's crisp, man. His hands are really good. He's got good leg kicks, and then he's going to have the wrestling advantage. Against Nam, dude, that's a tough opponent. Nobody really ever looks good against Tyson Nam. You can't take the dude down, and then you can't throw a bunch of volume at him because he'll punch you one time and knock you out. Not many flyweights can do that. That's the opposite of Charles Johnson. Charles Johnson has terrible takedown defense, and he has pillow fists. So, even if Azat isn't taking him down, he's going to be able to piece him up standing up, but he's going to take him down. It's Charles Johnson on short notice. Again, I like Azat. I think he can beat him anywhere this fight goes. I don't care if it's Charles Johnson on a full camp. He's just who has Charles Johnson beat in the UFC besides Jimmy Flick? I think he's lost every single fight he's been in.
He technically won against Zalgas, but he didn't.
Yeah, and he's lost every other fight. Ode Osborne, he's not losing the great dudes.
Even though that was a close fight, he did lose that fight. I thought Ode barely won that fight.
He did because he guessed out. And I mean, do you think that after his last loss, he's third or something in a row? He went right back into the gym expecting to get another call from the UFC in a month? No. And then you have Christmas and all that stuff, and then Azat's opponent fell out, and he comes in and he made weight, but I don't see where he wins this fight. So I'm not picking him. I'm not gonna pick him.
I'm not picking him. There you go. Well, I'm right with you guys. I don't think Charles Johnson's good. And he's taking this fight yet again on short notice, and he's lost every short notice fight he's took, which is like 5 of them. And he tends to slow down as the fight goes on. If he's has a little bit more cardio than his opponent in the 3rd round, he still can't finish him. But he's durable. I'll give him that. He goes to decision every freaking time. You can't finish this guy for whatever reason. So I love the over in this fight. I like Azat in this fight. I think he gets it done. I don't probably by decision 29-28. Maybe he loses the 3rd round, but I can see a 30-27. I just don't see how Johnson wins. He doesn't. We've seen enough of him to know what he is, and it's not good. Let's put it that way. I'm gonna be nice. It's not good. So that's it. Done.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
The UFC is not trying to build up Charles Johnson tomorrow.
No.
Guarantee that. They want the 17-year-old Kazakhstan fucking stud kid to do.
It's also the last fight on Johnson's contract, I believe.
There you go. Maybe he tries a little bit harder in the first, but I don't think it's going to work out. What's up, Drake MMA? You said anytime someone says a clear outcome, go the opposite. Well, maybe not in this fight.
A lot of fights, though. The Stolarenko submission or probably decision.
Well, I'm going the opposite. I'm going opposite.
Yeah, I know you are, Johnny. Only because you're trying to make up for things you said on the show. That's why you said on the other show, you're like, well, I picked her. Like it was like consolation prize. Bad stuff.
Are we done here?
Not yet. I got some more stuff on my mind. I'm just right. I just checked one. Dude, I just checked one thing off the list. I got like 7 things here to go.
John said Azat's going to rinse and repeat takedowns. I can see that. I don't think he needs to do a wrestle heavy game plan. Just mix him in. But he's got good striking. I think he's got the better striking too. So mix it in. Maybe at the end of the rounds, don't gas yourself out too much like Esteban did, even though Esteban wasn't that great. But hey, he got it done. But that's the blueprint.
Better than Charles Johnson.
That's very true. Jeff said this fight goes the distance minus 225. Not bad. Not bad at all. Charles Johnson wins 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait. Yep. Yeah, he ain't going to win.
Maybe
LFA. Ryan likes Maxim. My bet is more of a fade on Johnson, though. Yeah, I think it's good.
I like that right there, John.
Yeah, that's good. That. Over 3.5 takedowns on Prize Picks is a good spot.
I saw you put that in the chat, and I straight up pulled it up right there and just played it. So good looking out, man.
That's nice. Yeah.
Who has Max Suck fought, though? Well, he fought Tyson Nam. And I bet you Charles Johnson would lose to Tyson Nam. I bet
1,000%.
Yes. Even at his ripe old age of what, 39, 40 years old now, maybe?
The good thing with these Kazakh fighters, man, is they've been fighting since they were little kids, though. Like that, like even with like Brazilians and most of them Russians, like that's why they come in so tough and prepared, man, because they've just been fighting their whole life. Like what was Guram Kutulidze? You ever watched his Forged in Fire or whatever? I think this was called documentary, dude. He was fighting at like 6 years old.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Crazy over there.
You guys was on Malat last weekend. Yes, I was. And the girl got beat by Rocky. Yeah, I was.
I
got a vet lessons all over it. Yeah, you know,
I picked Rocky.
UFC 297 was brutal, man. Malat was winning literally all of that fight.
I cannot believe that.
So,
Lana, then Carolina, you know, he went for that guillotine on Carolina. She flipped it, beat the shit out of him. I mean, Magny, isn't that what
you have? Carolina and Stolarenko on your mind, Cody.
That's what Kiwi said earlier. That Carolina.
Armbar. That'd be
no, Carolina and
dude. If Carolina gets an armbar, though, someone said that in the chat.
That would be crazy.
You'll never hear the end of it. I just want to throw that out there. You'll never hear the end of it. I will be putting it on every freaking channel.
You better not. I just lost money if that happens.
Going the distance and getting the decision over a very experienced fighter like Nam is a good look. I agree.
Especially debuting. You know, Nam's got a lot of experience.
Yeah, we got Solar Warden in the house. I was just
talking about you.
My legit cum socks, except for Brew Crew. Haven't seen you before, but you're hanging out with these three. Equals legit cum sock. What's up, my cum socks? Yeah. There you go. Appreciate you. There you go. Definitely check out Solar Warden on Twitter. He puts out his algorithms for all of his stuff. I believe. What is it? Is it IMX? That's his new one now on Twitter. Definitely check out IMX on Twitter.
Definitely.
Great stuff there. Check it out. Funny guy too, as well, as you can tell. Tyson Nam would knock Charles. Yep, yes, he would. My fellow Canadian fighters really had a bad night last week. Love to see a nice 0 for 7 for the boys. That's insane, dude. And it's impressive. I was like,
some of them got robbed. So
one did for sure.
Yeah.
CD legit should have won. I think all of the other guys lost. I can say that. I think they all did. Katana was close, but I thought he lost.
Yeah.
100% Cody grew up fighting saber-tooth tigers in their cave.
Yeah.
Justin, what's up, man? RIP Apollo Creed and Dylan from Predator. Yeah, Carl Weathers, I guess, passed away today. It's insane.
RIP, man.
Ugh.
Getting old.
That's sad.
It is sad.
Terrible. Loved Predator. Dylan. Son of a
bitch. Compliment.
It is.
It's a compliment.
Cody, I know you didn't just take it being called a comeback.
Yeah, these grains of salt.
Statistically impressive to go 0-7 for the men only. The men only. That's another thing that's impressive too. The women won 2-0. There you go.
Yeah.
But let's see. We got a couple more before the prelim, or one more actually. Molly McCann versus Diana Belbita. I will let Tyler start this one.
Oh boy, here we go. So this was actually my second bet of this card. I wish I would have waited. I like Belbita a lot in this matchup, and like not a lot in the sense that like I think she wins like 90% of the time, but at the crazy odds she's at, I think she wins at least 50% of the time. Mm-hmm. Yes, they fought before, and I understand that. It was in a different weight class. It was Belbitia's debut, I believe, short notice debut. I could be wrong about that, but I believe it was short notice debut. I thought she won the first round. If you watch, a lot of people say, oh, yeah, I watched it back and she got demolished. Well, that's not exactly what happened. In that first fight, she won all but 15 seconds of that first round. That last 15 seconds, the judges saw that, and then they don't remember anything else that happens, and they scored it for McCann. Okay, fair enough. The second round, very similar at the start, however. So Belbita went for a takedown on McCann and got reversed. Probably because she was fighting the wrong weight class, got thrown down. From there, she got beat up really bad in the second. But I don't think she's going to be dumb enough to do that this time. So there's that. Third round, it was a little back and forth. McCann got the win. I thought McCann won two rounds. Also, there was a point taken in I believe it was the second round from Belbita. So the score looks horrible. It looks like she had 2 10-8 rounds for McCann or a 10-7 round, but that's not what happened. The fight was closer than it looked on the scorecards. Belbita has gotten vastly better. Not only that, but even in a loss, this girl is landing a massive amount of significant strikes. Like, this girl is outstriking her opponents in losses sometimes, and I think that that's going to get her the win here because I don't think McCann is going to be able to overcome that reach disadvantage because McCann's got short, stubby little T-Rex arms, and Belbita is long and rangy. She's got good striking. She pumps the jab out there, and she has pretty good combinations. Her weakest part of her game is when she gets taken down. But I don't think that McCann has the ability to get her to the mat consistently in this one because if you remember the second round of that last fight, the reason she got taken down is because she screwed up going for her takedown on McCann when she was outsized. I think Belbita is getting this done. I bet her originally only a quarter unit because it was just a massive number, and I bet it kind of blind just before I even did tape. But then after doing tape, rather than just doubling down, I bet on the point spread because it was still pretty big plus money. And I think it's going to go to decision. So I'm taking Belbita by decision. Might play that even because I think that's a good spot. But yeah, Belbita is probably getting this one done.
All right, Cody.
Yeah, I mean, this should be a good fight. Both of the first fight was good, and I agree with what Tyler's saying there, man. Like, I think that Belbita's gotten better since then. I think that coming down to 115 is only going to help her. Like, Molly McCann's almost 34 years old, you know, and she's dropping down to 115 for the first time in her career. Most time it don't go good. People moving up have been looking a lot better lately, but I mean, unless you're Stolarenko, you know what I mean? When she moves down in weight, she finishes girls. They don't move when she's done. But most people moving down do not look as good. You know what I mean? Like, Molly was up there being like a little bit thicker and she hit real hard. And we don't know if she's going to carry that power down to 115. I'm sure she's still going to hit hard, but like, I feel like in the last 4 years, like, Belbita is now 27, you know, she's like what, 6, 7, almost 7 years younger. And I think she's got a little better. Definitely the grappling's gotten better, takedown defense and all that. So Molly, I don't think is going to get that second round where she's just on top beating the shit out of her for like 45 seconds like that. And every one of them rounds were close, even the first round until like Molly got a takedown at the end of the first. But like Belbita might have been winning that first round. And I just think since then, like Molly hasn't gotten that much better and Belbita's gotten a little better. Staying away from this fight, I wanted to bet Belbita at plus 230, but the week I had 2 weeks ago, I can't trust these girls, dude. So, but I do think she has a chance. I mean, you can't bet Molly McCann at plus 250. Remember last time I faded her with Stolarenko because I'm like, Molly McCann shouldn't really be that over anybody, but maybe like a Lana Carolina. You know what I mean? Just like the lowest level.
Oh my!
That's all I gotta say about it.
Will, please do not say Luana and or
Stolarenko. It went in perfectly because Molly hit her with that spin. I mean,
it's true. You did. God,
yeah.
Dang it.
So do you want to change your pick? There's still time.
No. Just at the odds though, if it was a pick 'em, it would be a little closer. I would probably say Molly then, but like plus 230, like this fight's gonna play out close. Like it's gonna play out close.
But I said this before. Don't worry about the odds. Who do you think is going to win this fight?
I think Belbita's gotten better, and Molly's dropped down to 115, and
we're done. We're done here. We're done here, Chelsea Chandler.
But it sounds like Belbita didn't even want to fight a couple weeks ago. Did you hear her media day?
Yes. I was going to bring that up.
She said she was at the Canadian show and didn't even want to fight. He's like, oh, why didn't you fight on the Canadian card? He's like, I didn't even want to fight MMA no more.
I was going to bring that up.
That was 2 fucking weeks ago. What are you talking about?
I listened to that on my way to work this morning, and that scares the hell out of me because I have already placed my bet.
Said like she doesn't even care if she loses. It's like,
she's like a cut girl now. If you follow her on Instagram, she does cut.
And she was like, I was looking to, what my next
smart,
thing.
Though the way she answers questions,
I just don't think she like it's not in her blood. Sorry, Will. Go ahead, Will. Sorry.
Come on, man. You gonna let this man finish?
Oh, don't be blaming me, bro. Come on, man.
I mean, really, I'm just gonna say basically the same thing that Cody and y'all said. It's really like Molly's dropping down to 115. Like, how is she gonna look? That's such a big question with her age. Is she still gonna be able to hold up for all 3 rounds after having a weight cut like that? Is she still gonna carry the same power? And then Belbita's gotten, I'm not gonna say a lot better. She has gotten better, better enough to close that gap. And then when you went with Molly dropping weight and not really knowing like how she's gonna perform, and then the number on Belbita is just crazy, plus 220 or whatever it is. Like it's a crazy number, but part of me wants to go with Molly, but there's just too many questions I have. I like what I've seen from Belbita a lot, so I'm gonna go with her.
Right on. I guess I'm the contrarian here. I'm going with Molly McCann. I'm not confident though. I'm not. I'm just picking winners, man. Molly McCann. I'm not worried about the odds. If you want to bet this fight, bet Belbita. Like that's a good value if you're a value boy. I'm just picking my winners. I'm staying away from this bet or fight at all for betting, like overs, unders, decision.
I'll tell you something good. If you play DraftKings, play Diana Belbita. Because even if she got like 48 points in a loss, and so she's like almost the second lowest you can get.
Yeah, that's true.
She's gonna at least score damn near what some people is gonna get in a win. Like if Lana Carolina wins, she gets 36 points. What's up?
Didn't she score like 60 in a loss one time?
Yeah, and she scored like 48 in the first loss, and she's gonna do better this time.
Yeah.
Small cage is gonna force even more action. A lot of stuff with that. Yeah. She's an excellent DraftKings play.
True. But like I said, not super confident in Molly McCann. Going down to 115 is a red flag. But more of a red flag for me is just Belbita's. Sometimes she makes some really dumb mistakes, and her striking defense isn't all that great either. Even though she has the reach, she kind of like puts her head forward and she strikes. And it's kind of a weird like style, if you want to say. But she gets beat up a lot. And I think Molly can touch her up enough to where it shows more damage on her than Molly. And maybe she wins just like that by damage alone. So I think it's going to be a close fight, though. Just going to go with Molly here. There's a lot too many red flags for betting this fight. I like I said, dog or pass for betting, but pick. I'm just gonna go with Molly. I don't even want to use the word trust, but I kind of just trust her just a little bit more than Belbita. So that's just me. I don't know. I could be wrong. See what happens. Let's see. Yeah. Carl Weathers passed away. Yes, he did. Daly is the GOAT. Shut up, Happy. Chubbs. Solar Warden, you are just too kind. You are a kind
dude. Send
gentleman.
me your address. I'll send you one of my cum socks. You'll be thrilled.
Solar, we always appreciate that. We are going to put a $50 bet on Belbita. How about that? Or one of your. Oh no, we'll do it on Dober because I know you're on Dober. I'm on Dober. Tyler's on Dober. Let's rock and roll. Love it. Appreciate you as always, though. I like Belbita a lot too. I think she looks great in all of her fights. Yeah, she looks great. R.I.P. Chubbs Edwards. Damn, Alliker bit my hand off. I love it. But Belbita talking about retirement while Molly looking like she's in best shape. She did look good on the scales. I will say that. I don't think she looked too crazy, but we'll see with the cardio. That's the different story, though. She didn't look like she was super gassed or not gassed, but sucked out or anything like that. Churs. Solar solid, appreciate that. Belbita was 23 in her first UFC fight. Molly isn't good. Going down to 115 is a desperation move. Belbita can stay behind the jab. Belbita decision. I like that play, and she can, but I just don't trust her to do it. That's the thing. I don't trust. She does have the path to victory, but I just don't trust her to use it. She'll make some stupid mistake. Maybe try to. I don't know. I just don't trust her. Pillow hands, I agree with that too. Molly looked good at, yeah, I agree. Good sprinkle opportunity. Retirement, yep, we talked about that. That does scare me as well too. So there's another red flag. Molly by sub, that'd be crazy. About better, I forgot to say, what is up, man? Appreciate you coming
better.
Out. About better.
Did you already say what's up to Solar Warden about that donation?
Yes, I did when you were gone. That's awesome.
Dude.
Yeah, I think I scarred poor Bunny Hunter because I told Solar Warden that I'd send him one of my cum socks if he sends me that.
Jesus.
I know. It was crazy when you left.
Jesus, man.
But that's it. I mean,
where I parked my car.
I don't mind anybody throwing a little bit on Belbita. I think it's going to be a close fight. It can go either way. But we appreciate you coming out about better. Good to see you again, as always. Molly pooped on her face off.
She did. She wouldn't face it.
Yeah, that was a little crazy.
I wish Belbita was stuck her punch.
Yeah, John, that's a good point with Molly's cardio. We don't know. Yeah. We'll see.
The chin, too. I mean, you seen what happened with Dan Hooker, TJ Dillashaw, when he dropped down to one to a lot of people.
Molly is extremely scrap, but she will win. Okay. Molly going to finish her.
Ricky, I see Ricky's high on Molly.
We got Fight Talk Only in the house. What is up, man?
Fight Talk.
So if you don't know who Fight Talk Only is, he puts out the MMA collab on Twitter. Check him out. Fight Talk Only on Twitter. He puts that out. He just put that out a little bit ago. I have to do that after this. So
I seen that right before I hopped on. Yep.
And you're the main event. I'm the co-main event. That's crazy. Look at us. Who would have thought? Appreciate you, Fight Talk. Definitely check him out and follow Fight Talk Only right now. Do it right now.
Sure, man.
She has a boyfriend, Tyler.
Camp.
Don't think about it. No, I'm joking. I know
you can join in. It's cool. Kendra probably won't mind.
That's all good. Stolarenko by sub, Pete round 1, and Dolidze by sub. Ooh,
I don't hate it.
We'll see. I like it. Molly got to win this, right? Belbita not locked in like Molly is, I feel. Potentially.
Possibly.
Molly had the smallest weight cut of her career. She weighed 119 on Monday, only 3-pound cut. She actually dieted for once in her life. Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Nice. That'll help.
Need a Jasudavicius. Yeah. One set. Oh, that was crazy, dude.
Yep.
Oh, Kiwi, you crazy.
Yeah.
Round 3 Dober parlayed with Quinones over plus 1,800. Okay. I don't mind the round 3 Dober. I like the round 2 better though.
Yeah, round 2. Dober's doing it in 2.
Inside 2.
But I don't mind that one at all. Going down a weight class is fine if you're actually carrying extra weight, and Molly was. This isn't like Dan Hooker going down the featherweight. There you go, Cody. What do you think about that?
True. I mean, Dan Hooker's skinny.
True.
Bro. Dan Hooker's skinny.
Stoli, Belbita, Quinones, Dolidze, Dog, Lay,
Best thing he said all night. Let's get it.
Crazy. We got Aussie fan fight fan. What is up? Belbita said in the interview that she was retiring, only took the fight because it was against Meatball.
Yeah.
There you go. Hooker is huge. All right. I believe we are at the main card. We got 50 people in here, so please hit that like button for us. We appreciate it. Definitely check out Will. Definitely check out 130 MMA Tyler. All the descriptions are below in the description, or the links are below in the description. I said that wrong. So definitely go follow them, and you don't have to follow Blood Money. It's okay. He's doing good. joking. Need it all. I want it all.
Help me, I'm poor.
Keep giving me more. Definitely follow Cody if you haven't, but I'm sure you already do. All right, next one is Gilbert Urbina versus Charles Radke. I believe it's my turn. I kept going back and forth with this one originally. I'm starting to warm up a little bit more to Urbina, so that is my original pick. I did pick him, but I'm a little bit more confident he wins this one. I just think he's more well-rounded. I like his striking better. I don't like his takedown defense, so that's the one thing I do not like about him. I do think Radke can take him down early, but as the fight goes on, I'm not sure about Radke's cardio. So that's where that plays out here. Urbina, like I said, I think he's got the power in his hands to knock him out. I think he's got good submissions too, but is Radke going to be able to survive 3 rounds of just heavy wrestling to win this fight? Because I don't think he's going to win the striking battle. I'm going to say no. So I like Urbina to win. I'm going to say probably I'll say like a late second or early 3rd round knockout. But I wouldn't be shocked if this fight actually goes to decision for some weird. And my gut says decision, but my mind's like, you're stupid, so just go knockout. So I could see a weird decision how it ends up. So, Will, who do you like?
Man, I like Urbina as well. I think I would like to see that fight played back with him and Brian Battle. I think that, I think he came in on short notice and I believe he missed weight. But I think if they were to play that back, I kind of think Urbina may get a win, especially as he's had more UFC experience. But I like what I've seen from him. Radke is pretty solid himself, but I like Urbina a little bit more. So give me Urbina.
Right on. Tyler.
All right. So here's the problem. So Gilbert Urbina, he lost to Tresean Gore on The Ultimate Fighter. Tresean Gore is not very good. By UFC standards, he's not very good. Sure, there was up a weight class. There's that. Brian Battle lost. I'll forgive him for that one. No big deal. But then he moves down and he fights Kosi. Kosi says leading up to the fight, he got all sorts of medical crap going on, can't make weight. Dude comes in, basically just is out there to get beat, right? He gets beat. Urbina beats him in the 2nd round. But do you hold any weight in that? Because Kosi just didn't look good at all. He didn't look like he was there to fight. He looked like he was there to get his final paycheck and leave. It's like when we've already put in your 2 weeks notice. It's your final day at your job. You got 2 weeks notice put in. You're just there to get that last day so you don't look like a jerk for not showing up. That was Kosi there that day. Urbina beat him and took him to the 2nd round to do it. I'm not. So here's another thing. A lot of people want to pick Urbina because Chuck Buffalo said some things in his last interview that made people a little upset. A lot of people don't like Chuck Buffalo. Here's the thing, though. Chuck Buffalo, sure, he beat Blood Diamond in a decision, which doesn't look great, but he did what he had to do to get the win. Held the guy up against the cage, flew all the way to gosh darn Australia to do it. I've got to lean Chuck Buffalo here as a big underdog. I think he gets it done, and it's not because I think he's a great fighter. I wouldn't be picking him in many fights, but I don't feel very good about Gilbert Urbina. I don't think he's as good as a lot of people think he is. He does have a massive size advantage, but he can't stop a takedown. I think he'll get taken down. I think that on the feet, it's close. I think the power is going to be on the Radke side, even though Gilbert Urbina does hit fairly hard. Obviously, he was able to get the finish over Kosi, just kind of landing shots on him until he just fell apart. But I feel like Buffalo hits harder. So I'm going to take Radke. I don't feel the best about it. And you could say that. So I have a bet on every fight on this card. I decided I was going to try it. We're going to see what happens. Some of them are just obscure. So I put a quarter unit on the point spread for Radke, just in case he loses. I think he's tough enough to hang in there. Either way, I got to go with Radke in this one, but it's a tough fight to pick. I don't want to make a bet on this one, but we do stupid things sometimes.
Yep. I do. Cody.
Yeah. Couple things. Chuck Buffalo's not a better wrestler than Urbina. Like Urbina was out there slamming Kosi, like picking him up in suplex. And Kosi's a college wrestler. Radke couldn't even take down Blood Diamond, the kickboxer. He couldn't even take him down. He just held him up against cage. Couldn't even take down Blood Diamond. Second off, Charles Radke ain't good. He's 8-3, and if you go look at his competition, it's not that good. Now, if you go look at Urbina, he's fought Sean Brady. He's fought Trayshawn Gore. He's fought fucking Brian Battle. He dropped Brian Battle in that fight and hurt him bad in the first round. He came in on 8 days' notice up a weight class because Trayshawn Gore blew out his knee. So when he fought Brian Battle, he came out, almost finished him in the first round, came out, was gassed in the second. It didn't look that great, him getting beat up on The Ultimate Fighter by Trayshawn Gore, but The Ultimate Fighter is different. It's just like Landon Quinones getting finished by Jason Knight in 30 seconds. It doesn't, some of the stuff just don't make sense. But Urbina's way bigger. Radke used to be a 155-pounder. Urbina's fought at 185. Urbina's fought way better people. He's way more well-rounded. Like Chuck Buffalo's got a left hook, and that's about it. He's got a decent right hand, but he's got a left hook, and that's like all I could find. Then he slows down too. He tries to put beating like Justin Maltavo. That dude's even a lower weight guy, and like he's not that great. And Chuck Buffalo beat him up in the first round, and then got beat up in the second round and got finished. You know what I mean? I like what Gilbert Urbina's doing, especially down at 170. I like his size advantage. I think he's going to have the grappling advantage. Chuck Buffalo's, I believe, a purple belt in jiu-jitsu, and Urbina's got pretty good jiu-jitsu, pretty high level. I mean, you're going with Sean Brady and not getting finished. It's not bad. So I think Urbina's better than him everywhere other than that left hook, but I think that his long kicks and stuff are going to keep Radke at range, and then I think he's going to out-grapple him. I think he's going to sub Charles Radke in the second round, maybe the third round, because I mean, how did Chuck Buffalo get in the fucking UFC anyways? Like he's not even a contender series type dude.
Didn't he take the fight on short notice against Blood Diamond?
He was 7-3. They brought him in to lose the Blood Diamond. He was 7-3 when he made it into the UFC. He's got no good wins in his whole career to this day, even with the Blood Diamond win, not one good win. So I just don't. I don't know. He's like a brawler with a good left hook. That's all I could find from him. I didn't see no great wrestling. I didn't see no great jiu-jitsu. I didn't see no great combinations. I seen kind of like a tough dude like Chuck Buffalo coming there to fight. But like, I don't know, man. I'll take Gilbert Urbina. I actually think Gilbert Urbina is pretty good, and he's going to be good in the UFC at 170. Not a title contender, but I think he's going to be good. Is he going to be
like Brian Battle?
Well, Brian Battle, I mean, it would be a good fight to see them fight again at 170. But I think Gilbert Urbina is good, dude. Like if you watch him in his regional scene stuff, he's tough at 170. You go watch his fight with Sean Brady. That was a hell of a fight. So Chuck Buffalo's getting taken down and submitted by Sean Brady fairly quick. So give me Urbina. I'm highly confident. He's one of my favorite picks on this card because I think that he's better pretty much everywhere other than that left hook.
Love it.
And bigger.
The only objection I have is when you said Justin Montalvo isn't good. That dude's a legit striker. Like that he's skilled.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not Brian Battle or fucking Sean Brady or even Trayshawn Gore. Like he's like getting beat up in Bellator. Who's the last player he got? I watched him get beat up.
Archie Colgan, but that's like
Colgan's good. And he's not like Montalvo's not bad, but he's not a UFC guy. And if he's out there knocking you out, like I think Urbina can do the same thing, if not more. I think Urbina would beat the shit out of fucking.
Don't be talking bad about Archie, Cody.
No, Archie's good. Archie's good, but I'm saying, but I just don't think Montalvo is. I think like Urbina would beat the shit out of Montalvo too. What weight are they fighting at, man? What weight does Montalvo fight at these days? I thought he was
either 155 or 170. Kind of depends. He floats around.
Goes back and forth. I guess. Yeah, like it says 158. So yeah, lightweight. But yeah,
he's a big dude.
Yeah, but I like Urbina here a lot.
There you go. Johnny News likes Radke, but a decision win on Blood Diamond isn't the best look. I agree. Fight talk only. Urbina for the people. Radke is dumb and weird, and I hope he gets KO'd. Urbina, the mullet machina.
Let's go. I like he's with the gelato people too.
Something about Urbina threw me off at the face-off, so I'm going with Chucky.
What took him so long to come out for the face-off? That was weird. Like, I don't know.
I didn't watch the face-offs, actually.
Wardrobe malfunction or something. Like, Chuck Buffalo was standing up there for like 2 minutes, and they're like, what's going on?
Because Racky fought a bigger bum in Blood Diamond and it was horrible. Oh, that F word was floating around Sydney a lot. He was hardly booed.
Oh, Sydney.
Radke is horrible. I think the line's off in this fight, but Urbina probably the side. Sprinkle Urbina round 3 for value. Yeah, if Urbina was like minus 150 or so, I probably would jump.
I got him at minus 160.
I would have jumped on that.
I put 5 units on him at minus 160.
But like when it's in the 200 range, I'm not comfortable enough to bet it yet. Like I do think he wins, but there's just a lot of these fights on this card. I'm just like, I'm okay with a pick with this, but I'm not okay betting it. Is Johnny sponsored by Bet Online? I wish. No, I'm not.
Are they a good one? Bet Online.
Bet Online. I think it's
Bet Online's
a pretty big one. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have an account with them or anything.
Bet
so
Online.
Miss now.
The next one's gonna be Kizaraya versus Muradov. Let's go with Cody. Start this off.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a good fight. You got 2 striker grapplers here. Both guys can strike. Both guys can grapple. I just think one guy's more active with a lot more high-level experience here. So, Kizariev, he's got powerful southpaw striking. He's got a powerful left body kick. He'll throw it high. He's got a nice left hand, too. And then, obviously, he's got pretty good wrestling and pretty good jiu-jitsu. But, like, who have we seen it against and when have we seen it? Like, how can we feel confident? And, dude, he's got 8 minutes of cage time in the last, I think it's like 8.5 years. I put up a post about it. I think it's like 8.5, 6.5 or 8.5 years. He's got 8 minutes of cage time and 7 of it came against Tululian. So, I don't know. You know what I mean? He looks like he has pretty decent striking, and then he looks like he has decent wrestling and grappling. But I watched him fight Dennis Tululian live, dude, and I was not that impressed. Like, he took him down, he got up, and then Tululian in the first round, like at the end, like had him backing up and running away, and he was like hitting him and stuff. And then it looked like he slowed down in between rounds, but he just got lucky that Tululian sucks too and slows down. So he gassed out because I remember I had a bet on him, which it didn't matter. I pretty much lost most of my bets that night. It was a terrible night. But I mean, he won, but like I was not impressed with him at all. And like Mahmoud Muradov is way better than Tululian. He has good grappling. He has good wrestling. He was we've watched Caio Barallo take down everybody basically that he's fought, that he wants to take down. He's got a fast power blast double, even good wrestlers. You know what I mean? He's able to like throw punches, get him looking for the punches, and then he gets the blast double. And he was able to do that to Mahmoud right away, but then Mahmoud actually reversed him, had more control time than him in the first 2 rounds and landed the only damage. Like I thought he kind of won that fight, but he showed that he's got good grappling, man. He's not just going to get taken down and choked out. That fight against Gerard Mearshart was like a one-off. Like he was beating the shit out of Mearshart. He tried to finish him in the first round. He dropped him a couple times and then just tried to finish him and didn't finish him and then slowed down. And Gerald Mearshart's done that shit to a ton of people. You know what I mean? You try to get him out of there, he goes long and he finishes you. I think he could do that to Kizariev. If him and Kizariev fought and Kizariev didn't knock him out or sub him in the first round, like that's what Mearshart kind of does, goes back in the third. So I'm just not that impressed with Kizariev. And I don't know. I tried to watch a bunch of tape on him to be like, do I want to bet him? Because he was like minus 135. And I'm like, dude, there's so many unknowns. And I know what I'm getting with Muradov. He's good. He's got good offensive wrestling and defensive wrestling. Like nobody, like if anybody watched the fight, it's not like Mearshart went out and was just taking him down and dominated him. You know what I mean? Like Mearshart didn't get that till late in the second. And it was after Muradov gassed out. But I just think that he's going to be able to wrestle with this dude. I really don't think that like Kizariev's just going to come out here, take Muradov down and choke him out. And I think they're going to be going back and forth into wrestling. There's going to be good scrambles in that first round. And I think when they're striking, Mahmoud can win that. And then I think by the second round, I think he stops the takedowns, maybe even can land some of his own if he wants to and lands the bigger shots. Like Kizariev's small, man. He's a small middleweight. He should be down at welterweight 1,000%. He used to fight at welterweight back in the day, but he's not a big dude. I just think he could be at welterweight. And I think he comes out and I don't think he wants to stand with Mahmoud too much in this fight, especially in the beginning. So I think he's going to come out wrestling hard, and I think he slows down. I think Mahmoud beats him. I think he beats him by decision, though. I think there's a lot of grappling and different stuff in this fight. But even though Mahmoud's finished 20 out of 26 wins, but the dude's like 19-3 in his last 22 fights, and he's probably had 17 fights in Kizariev's 8 minutes, 3 fights in the last 8 years. So give me Mahmoud as an underdog, man.
Okay. Will, who do you like? I
kind of agree. I I just don't like how often Aliskov fights. I feel like it's just too few and far between in terms of him trying to really establish himself and get better. While Mahmoud has been grinding, fighting, some of the best that the UFC has to offer, Mearshart, Kyle Bohayo, and he's looked solid even though those were losses. But I just think his experience, the way that he's able to strike, he's going to be able to strike with them, grapple with them, and his experience, man. I kind of like Mahmoud as well.
All righty, and Tyler.
Yeah, so on Murdov as well, the problem that I saw was with the weigh-ins, Kizriev looks a little bit better than he did. He doesn't just look like the fat Khabib anymore, as Effie pointed out on Twitter. So I feel a little less confident than I did earlier today. But yeah, I think on the feet, Murdov's going to be better. I think he's going to be able to land the better shots. Kizriev isn't bad on the feet. I think on the ground, it's going to be pretty close as well. Kizriev's probably better at getting the takedowns, but I think the pure grappling from once it gets to the mat is going to be pretty close. Got to take the underdog. I'm going to go with Murdov. It was my last fight to bet on the card, but Murdov's a pick. But
yeah. One of those fights where I thought I was going to be on Murdov as well, and I think I'm going to be the contrarian again. I'm going to go with Kizriev to win. The only thing that I just don't like with Kizriev is he hasn't fought in forever. He has one fight in like 3.5 years. But if he was active at least like once a year, everybody would be on it. Kizriev, I bet you.
Yeah.
So much money, like everybody would be honest. And he's at under minus 150 now. Like money's coming in on Murdov. I get it. Totally, but if it's getting to a pick'em now, you're testing it a little bit. I'm like, okay, I think he's got the better wrestling. I think he does. I think he can get this fight to the mat. He's got good top control, but again, we just don't know. We haven't seen him fight. That's what's holding me back from putting a bet on Kizriev. That's the biggest red flag, and I hate long layoffs. That inactive fighters. Murdov's fought like 3 or 4, maybe 5 times, like Cody said, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I mean, Kizriev looked great on the scales today, so that's a plus for him. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to watch it as a fan, though. I just want to see more before I bet money on this fight. Wouldn't be shocked if Murdov won. Wouldn't be shocked if Kizriev won either. So staying away, but I'm going to say Kizriev wins. I'm going to say like second round submission. Why not? Because it's fun.
MMA Ricky kind of nailed it in the chat right there. So
which one?
Where he explains the fight.
Right here?
Yep. Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Murdov fights like he don't want to gas, has no killer instinct, but I think he has the tools to fight a wrestler and win a decision. I don't know. Like to me, like it's a Dagestani wrestler for one. It's a totally different one. They usually chain wrestle, but again, the red flag is Kizriev going to gas out after a round and a half? Like, and then Murdov can take off after that. Like this fight, I can see go so many ways, but I understand what you're saying. But I mean, the Kyle fight was very close. I had Kyle in a bet and I was sweating it, but he wasn't able to like completely stop Kyle, and Kyle's a very good grappler. So I don't know. That's what I keep going back to as well. So I'm just gonna stay away from betting it. Probably dog or pass for a lot of people, and that's not a bad look.
See, that line went back down. That was going up huge.
Yeah, he's at I just said like minus, where am I at? Minus 148 right now. So it's like getting close now. I'm like, okay, now it's looking good. But I'm like, yeah, I think he wins.
You just like that undefeated number, man.
He's the bet. No, I don't. I think he's a better wrestler. And why would you, if I can pay the Russian tax for betting?
Yeah, but you think he's just going to hold him down for 3 rounds?
I think he could do it for at least 2.
I think you're wrong, Johnny. I think you're fucking wrong, Johnny.
Whoa. Okay. All right. We got Cody Dank in the house. What is up? That's our guy. Definitely check out Cody on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Puts out great breakdowns. I think he's on Twitch as well. And I don't even know what Twitch is. So check him out if you're a Twitch person. He's an awesome guy too. And great knowledge. Great knowledge. Get him on a show coming up here. Let's see. Did y'all know Mahmoud used to? Oh boy, that's what I heard. That's rumor on the street.
He'll do anything he can to win fights, man. It's like pay for his training. So that's the guy I want to back.
Let's bankrupt these bookies. I agree. Kizriev coming off knee injury. Okay. I didn't know
There
that.
we go.
So there's another red flag. Good thing I didn't bet it.
Read
There
the
you
rest
go.
of this. Read the rest of this.
What?
No, Kiwi Brews. He's coming off a knee injury. Attack. Are you kidding me?
Listen,
Kiwi's killing it.
I am 2 tall boys in. I don't read a lot of stuff anymore.
Brother, you got to read the shit.
That is funny as hell.
It's been one of their main complaints is that Johnny's illiterate. They're like, you can't read my comments.
After 2 tall boys, like, you don't know what's going to happen in this freaking show anymore. I took Muradov straight, worried about the wrestling, but I don't like his inactivity. We're on the same page, you and me. There you go. There you go. Sounds like a shoey bet to me. I'm not taking 3 shoeys if I lose. Me and Cody have a shoey bet on the main event, so there you go. Vulcan, what's up, man? He's like, I'm with Johnny. Kizriev is much better and much more complete. He's got better hands than Kaio too. There you go, Cody. Look at that.
Kaio's got underrated striking.
Dude, I love Kaio though. I think
he's good. He's
amazing.
top 5 to 10 guy.
I just
top
wish
10,
he had more
5.
of a finishing ability, whether it's KO or submissions. Like otherwise, I would think he's the next champ, but he's top 5.
According to Muradov's porn, he's a phenomenal finisher. That's what they say.
Oh God. I'm gonna clip that one. How many hours to study, prepare, read for these 13 fights? Cody, how many hours you got in this one?
12, 13 at least hours of tape study. Bro, I put in a lot because each fight, man, if you got lower level fights and you find the little fights, you go through freaking Pete Rodriguez, they finish them all in 50 seconds. But when you go find like Dolidze versus Imavov and all them, you got to go back and watch 2, 3, 4 fights, 15-minute fights with like, the different styles. So you just one fight for 2 people might take you an hour and a half just to do the one. And then some are, Julie, just Stolarenko, unless you watch a fight like Alexa Davis and really get that she can go 3 hard rounds. But yeah. Man, long time. A long time.
I think you and me are like the opposite. Like I'd rather do more tape study on the fighters I don't know than the fighters like that I've already seen like 3 or 4 fights in. And I'm like, okay, I've done tape study on you. Like I feel like I have a good read on you, so I can do like very little unless I have a question on like, well, maybe I don't remember.
Well, it's like what I do is it's like, because like say somebody's fighting a guy and this dude's got his wrestling style is a good double leg takedown or a good single leg, not a body lock or whatever. So I want to go see who he's fighting. Go back and find somebody he fought that has a good single leg or double leg, like, and look it up and just see how we did against that. And then compute it in your head. Like, well, this guy's wrestling might be a little like, there's a lot of stuff. There's so much stuff, dude. I did a lot deep dive. I deep dove on that. It cost me money.
Wow.
I had to subscribe to freaking websites to tape study on Muradov, but you know what I mean? I'm gonna write it off. I'll write it off.
I'll write it off. It's okay. It's all good.
Jeez.
It's all good. All right, next one's going to be a fun one. Vivian Araujo versus Natalia Silva. Let's go with Tyler. Why not? I don't remember who started it last.
Yeah, Natalia Silva's probably getting a decision. Going to look better. She's probably going to outclass her throughout the fight. Probably going to, as the fight goes on, I feel like she's going to keep getting better, whereas Araujo is going to slow down just a little bit. And as she slows down more and more, she's going to keep getting hit more and more. Fights. I mean, I think it's going to be a decision, though. I think Araujo's tough. I think Silva doesn't have she doesn't have like one-shot power or anything like that. And I think she's probably going to keep it on the feet more often than not. So I think it's going to stay kind of in the striking realm. And it's going to just kind of be one of those fights where you're like, you get 15 minutes, but you're very sure who won the fight. So Silva's a pick. Pretty clear.
I like it. Will.
Yeah, Silva's the pick. I mean, she's looked amazing in her last few fights. I do think this is a big step up in competition for her with Araujo. She's fought a lot of the best in this division. Chukagian, Andrea Lee, Lexa Grasso, of course. But even with this step up in competition, I still think Silva, she's that girl, basically. You say he's that guy. She's that girl. I think she's going to be one of the top 5 contenders in this division in this year. So I like where she's headed. So I'm gonna go with Silva.
There you go. And Cody.
Yeah. So it's a big step up in competition for Silva. Not huge because she fought Andrea Lee, which Andrea Lee's good too. But Vivian already beat her. If she can stop the grappling, she's gonna win this fight. Her footwork and her speed and movement are going to be too much for Vivian's just pretty much straight up boxing, even though Vivian's got really good boxing. But yeah, man, I think that Silva's leg kicks, man, her lead leg is dangerous as fuck, dude, to the head, to the body, to the leg. And then her boxing, usually, like most people, like when you're watching guy, who was I just doing tape on? So like Andre Feely and Edson Barbosa. Like if you're doing tape on Dan Ige, right, to watch Dan Ige fight Feely, you want to go watch Dan Ige fight Edson Barbosa because them guys fight a lot alike. But I feel like Feely had like better boxing than Barbosa. So I don't know. I in this, like, some people are great kickers and not as good at boxers, but Natalia Silva seems to have both of them. You know what I mean? And great takedown defense, and she's mean, and she's got great cardio. So I think she's on her way up. Our usual is still good, but you know, she's 37 years old and she's slowing down just a little bit, and she can be hit and caught. I think Silva could fit. If you watch or Araujo versus Lee, dude, Lee kicked Araujo in the head in like the first 30 seconds, dude, and almost finished her. True. And we've seen Araujo get hurt in other fights too. So, and then she always slows down in the third. So even if this is close in the first 2 rounds, like Natalia Silva is going to beat her up in the third, and she may finish her in the third. That's what I'm going to call third rounder decision. But I think she can finish a tired Araujo in the third round. Like Natalia Silva, she keeps a pace up, man. She almost finished Jasmine a couple times, and Jasmine is as tough as they come. So yeah, man, give me Natalia Silva, and like Will said, dude, she's on her way up to the top 5 and to a title. Like, I think she can beat the shit out of Blanchfield. Like, Blanchfield's wrestling's terrible, so she can't. If Blanchfield can't get her down and can't just hold her up against the cage, she's gonna piece Blanchfield up striking. So like,
oh yeah,
I think she can go up there, even though Blanchfield's great too. But like, I think styles make fights, and if her takedown defense is as good as we think, like, she's gonna
it's very good.
Yeah, she's gonna be a problem. She's great everywhere, and she like cardio, toughness, everything. So yeah, Natalia Silva all day, every day.
Yep. Yeah, I'm on Silva too. Other than experience, I think Silva has her covered everywhere. Like, I like her takedown defense. I don't think Vivian's going to be able to take her down too often. Maybe once early, but she'll get back up. She'll be safe. Nothing's going to happen. On the feet, it's night and day. I like Silva way better. I do think this fight goes to decision. There is a chance that Silva gets a 3rd round finish, but this should be Silva's fight basically to lose. I just think she's better everywhere. She's going to be quicker, and on the feet especially. And yeah, everybody else said everything else. That's all I got to. Let's see what people said. We got John said, I was at UFC Austin and Jasmine had nothing for her. Silva could cruise here as long as she minds her P's and Q's. I agree. I was there too as well, and it was a domination. Pick'em MMA, what is up, man? Appreciate you coming out. What's good, guys? Let's fucking go. Definitely check out Pick'em MMA on YouTube. He does live streams like every day. I see him doing a live stream on something. So he puts out content for regional scene stuff if you like that. And he even does like watch alongs too. So definitely check him out and hit the subscribe button for you. UFC's high on Natty, so they made this fight to showcase her. I agree, probably. 20 is $20, guys. Sometimes they're tough. Okay, we're still talking about Murdoch. Jaden says Silva the lock. I mean, if we're gonna say a lock of the card, like, this is mine. Like, I don't say locks though, but this is the one. Dirty Red said y'all high on the wrong Silva. Carini is that girl. Carini is very good. And if these two fighters ever fight each other, I don't even know who I would pick. I like Carini Silva a lot as well too.
Who she got coming up? She's supposed to be fighting.
She fighting Lipsky.
Yes,
did you say that?
I think so. Yeah,
it's a good fight.
But give me Silva all day. Silva can finish fighters with no grappling ability, but fighters with decent grappling, she tends to go the distance with. Okay, Carini Silva. Yeah, she is not. Talia is just saying. I like Talia Silva has the best set of legs I've ever seen. There you go, Ricky. There you go, Ricky. Don't lie. Next one's gonna be Randy Brown.
Murdoch stuff.
Oh boy. Randy Brown versus Muslim Salikov. And Cody, I know you're busy over there. Tyler, go ahead, Cody. You're up.
Later.
You're up, Cody.
Yeah. So I don't expect this to be like an exciting fight. You know what I mean? They're both kind of like point strikers that can hit with some power. I think the first time they kind of both give each other, you know, a decent shot, it's going to turn into a point striking match. Like Randy Brown likes to work you from the outside with teep kicks to the body, to the face. He'll go leg kicks, you know, and he's got pretty good boxing himself, but he's not like the most powerful dude in the world. Then you got Muslim Salikov, who's usually worried about gassing out. So he's just like cocked back, ready to hit you with something big or some spinning stuff. But I think Randy Brown's going to have to be on like full attention for it. And I think that he's going to be on full attention too. Shit. But I just got to go take the computer and put it in the ocean. You ever seen Ted on Ted 2 where they take it out in the river and they're beating up the computer in the fucking river?
Office Space.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm going to take Randy Brown by decision here. I don't think either guy gets a finish. I'm going to take Randy Brown by decision. I actually bet the over 1.5 or 2.5. I mean, 4 of Randy Brown's last 5 have went to decision. The only one that didn't was when he fought JDM. And then 4 of Muslim's last 6 went to decision. The only ones that didn't go to decision when he fought Fiallo, who's, you know, chinny as they come.
Did that go over though?
It might have went over still.
It was close.
But and that's with Fiallo, who can't take a punch. And then he got knocked out by Jing Liang, who is a bad motherfucker. He can knock people out. That's what
it didn't, but it went to the 3rd round.
Yeah. So I like the over in this fight. I think both these guys are going to point fight and show each other respect, and maybe mix in a little grappling or something in it. But I just don't see Randy finishing Muslim, and unless Salikov hits him with some spinning stuff, I don't really see him finishing Randy. So I just think it's going to be a pretty good fight. And give me Randy Brown by decision. I like the over.
Right on. Tyler.
Yeah, Cody kind of nailed it. Randy Brown, here's the deal. I would probably take Salikov if this was 3-4 years ago, maybe even 2 years ago, but it's not. So you got to go with Randy Brown in this one. Big height and reach advantage, much younger, still seems to have quite a bit in the tank, whereas Salikov, maybe he does, but he just seems to be kind of doing less every fight, even though that sometimes is still enough. He seems to be doing less. So I've got to go with Randy Brown. It's kind of my least excited fight on the card.
Okay. And Will?
Yeah, you know, I just think Randy Brown is going to point fight, stay on the outside, just point fight his way to a victory. I'm not sure that Salikov is going to be able to get in and land anything crazy to get Randy Brown out of there. So yeah, keep it short and simple. Just give me Randy Brown.
There you go. Yeah, I'm on Randy Brown's side here too. The 8-inch reach advantage. He's going to have it looks like, it says 4 inches on Tapology, but it looks like 6 inches height advantage as well. So I just don't think Muslim can use his weapons when Brown is that distant away from him. Like, he can't use those spinning kicks that often that he likes to do early in the fights. He's not going to get a knockout, I don't see, early either. And if Randy Brown doesn't do anything stupid, he should win this fight pretty easily. And every fight of Salikov's in his last like 3 fights, we've seen him slow down after the first round, like pretty bad. He's showing his age, if you want to say. So he's 39 years old. And I got to go with Brown. I think he's got more in the tank left. I'm not saying he's going to like dominate Salikov, but I think he wins a 29-28 or 30-27 decision. So we'll see what happens. But later rounds, I definitely like Brown. So like you can do round 3 decision prop. I think it's at like -110 or pick 'em, but or decision just Brown too. So I think either one works. Oh boy, Dixon Cider. Here we go. Here we go. We got the funny guys in here now. Everyone's joining up. You know, it's almost 8 o'clock Central.
Let's go.
Everyone had a couple of cocktails. Oh, all right. I'll bring it up. Why not? Let's see. John said, I parlayed Maxim and Brown to start round 2 at -133. I like that a lot.
Yeah. I do. That's a good bet.
Everyone, Dixon Cider, appreciate it. Everyone's in Johnny's house today. Of course. It's my house.
That is a Paul Shaughnessy thing. That's hilarious.
Height difference was major. Brown looked like Woodson did last. Brown should look. Yeah, exactly.
Picking them apart from the outside. Yeah, that's it.
Johnny,
excellent.
How can you be
example.
So sure what 6 inches looks like? Next.
Because he can tell what it's 3 + 3.
I can add 3 + 3. There it is.
3 inches plus 3. He's used to seeing 3.
There you go.
Just double it.
That's it. It's easy. Brown wins, but no bet. I think Brown can finish Solikov. He has to be like 50. 39 is a lie. I agreed.
He's lying. He's
39 going. Yeah, he ain't 39.
Him and
He's like
Antigulov.
42, 43.
They're both 39. Dudes are 61. They graduated with what's the one dude's name? The old heavyweight. What's the heavyweight? Choke everybody out with the Ezekiel choke.
Alexei Oleinik.
Alexei Oleinik. Yeah, they all went to high school together, man.
Same graduating class.
Yeah.
1974.
Yeah, they're all like, we're all 39, dude. They're living fucking old.
Fight Talks on Rude Boy. I like it. Let's go. If Solikov is 5'11",
Right.
Randy. Yeah, exactly. Dude, it is crazy. It is
Yeah.
crazy how
Randy's
the difference is
probably
there.
6'3", and Solikov's at 5'9".
Murdov, poor guy.
Oh man, jeez.
Do you guys have locks? Silva. If I had to put one lock on it, it's.
I like her being.
Boy, we're getting to the lock soon. It's coming up.
Oh, here we go, and it's an underdog lock. Okay.
Speaking of locks, co-main event time. I'm gonna have Tyler start this one off.
No,
go ahead.
Let's do this.
Dober versus Moicano.
Here we go. My guy, Drew Dober, getting it done. He's probably going to knock him out in the second round because the first round, I'll give Moicano his flowers. He's a good fighter. He's going to come out. He's going to land some stuff. Matt R's already talking crap down there in the comments about how there's no such thing as a lock. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm biased as heck. Drew and I are boys. Drew's getting it done. He's knocking him out in the second round. That's what I'm seeing happening. It's going to be very similar to the Bobby Green fight where Moicano's going to come out. He's going to land some shots. He's going to get a couple of things going. Dober's going to say, nah, it's not going to happen. I'm going to keep pressuring, and he's going to pressure him up against the cage, and he's going to land that big left hand. He's going to put Moicano into the shadow realm. Put it in the bank. Round 2 knockout. Drew Dober, let's go.
Let's go. And since both guys are gone, I will go next. I'm on the same page. I like Dober here. I think he gets the knockout in the second round as well. I think Moicano is going to try to grapple, try to wrestle early, slow him down a bit. I don't think he's going to have a lot of success. I think Dober, he can get taken down, but I don't think Moicano's takedowns are all that great. But the one thing that does scare me a touch is if Moicano can somehow like take Dober's back like against the cage. That worries me. That worries me a bit. But if Dober can stay away from the cage and stay like in the middle of the octagon, he'll be fine. He's the better striker, I believe. He's got more power. He can take a punch. Moicano does like to get in some brawls every once in a while, but his chin is not Dober's chin. So one of those punches is going to knock him out. So I think it's going to happen in the second round. I think Dober will be safe in the first. Moicano is going to go out there, try to get that 50K like he usually does. And then I think it's just not going to happen. And I think Dober's going to eventually find the chin. Maybe even Dober cracks him early and puts him on some ice skates. And he's like, okay, I got to be safe. Because we've seen Moicano get cracked. And then he changes his game plan. He's like, I don't even know what I'm doing in here. And he's just there to survive. So I'm going to go with Dober. I think he's a good dog. Of all the dogs, this is the one that I bet. I like him to win this one. So give me Dober. Will.
Yeah, man, I like Drew Dober in this one. I don't know about y'all, but I was really shocked that Frivola got him like that. If it wasn't for that fight, he'd be on a 6-7 fight winning streak or something crazy like that. Like what he did with Bobby Green, what he did with Ricky Glenn, like that's the Drew Dober that I'm used to seeing. I don't know what happened with Frivola, but anyway, I like him in this fight with Moicano. Moicano's kind of had some time off since he won in MSG. I forgot who he even beat. Was it Brad Riddell maybe that he beat in MSG? Yeah. So Moicano, he had momentum after that one, but he's had such a long layoff. So that kind of throws a red flag in a fight like this. So for me, and especially Dober striking has looked incredible. So give me Dober, man. I do think Moicano's going to try to brawl with him, but that's not the recipe for success with this guy. So give me Dober.
Agreed. Cody? Yeah, mute. There you go.
Yeah, man. Not confident in this fight either because obviously it can go either way. I like the fight doesn't go to decision or the under, but it's pretty jacked up there. But I'm gonna go with Moicano, man. I've just seen like Dober, there's ways to beat him. Like you can beat him with the strike. Like Moicano's got good striking, dude. He's got really good boxing. He's tall, he's long, and he uses long punches. And what he does a lot is like he doesn't have any knockouts in his career, but he's got a ton of club and subs. And then he's got like decent wrestling. Like and he's so much bigger. You guys see him at face-offs, like he's a lot bigger. But I'm not betting this fight because obviously Drew Dober could go out there and knock him out. But I think Moicano can go out there and strike with Dober, stay away from the big punches, and then mix in some grappling, dude. We've seen it. Like I've seen Brad Riddell like out wrestle Dober. Like that's how he beat Drew Dober. It's crazy. Brad Riddell beat him, but like Dober dropped him early and stuff, and then Riddell was just able to grab him and take him down and wrestle with him a lot in that fight. And then Dober slowed down a little bit too. So I just think that Moicano can hang with him in the boxing. He could even hurt Dober, you know what I mean, in the boxing, drop him and get a club and sub, or just like box with him, have some good moments, and then land some takedowns in between, get some back control. And his rear naked choke, like I know it took Islam 3 rounds to finish him, but like Islam's got good jiu-jitsu, but it's like a different style. Like Moicano's is like a finish you quick style. Like Islam's like control, go from position, maybe grab like a freaking power Kimura and stuff like that. But like fucking if Moicano takes you back, dude, it's gonna be over. He's got like 8 or 9 rear naked chokes, and he's a slick jiu-jitsu guy like that. I'm staying away from this fight though, because like I said, I can see Dober knocking him out too. But I'm just gonna take the more well-rounded guy and not be surprised if he gets knocked out. Or if he hurts Dober, drops him and club and subs him, or just gets a lot of grappling going, and then Dober's just a little worn down by the 3rd round, you know, and because Moicano's good, he's well-rounded. If I didn't think that he could stand up with him at all, then it would be different. But I think he's got the striking to stand with Dober too. Like, I don't know. Dober's throwing like haymakers and big shots. He's technical too, but like, I don't know. It's just different. Like Moicano throws straight down the pipe. So, but no good read other than the under. Yeah, no good read other than the under, dude. Like in this fight, to be honest.
I love the under too.
It's crazy. I don't think the line should be that big. Like it going up and like Dober plus 155. What was people saying earlier about Dober didn't look good at weigh-ins or something? Because I didn't get to see the actual weigh-ins. I seen face
looks like that though. That's the thing. He's a big 155er.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, I don't blame anybody taking Dober, but you might as well take him by like knockout because I don't see him winning minutes here. You know what I mean? In the fight too much, like.
Yeah, I think at that point when it's like plus 150, let's not get a little greedy. Like
right, but the minutes he's going to be winning are going to be the ones when he's like hurting Moicano or dropping. Yeah, I think. True. See Moicano get finished. That's why, like, if we hadn't seen Moicano get finished a couple times, it'd be real easy money. But it's just
that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said about me.
There you go.
Dober's a handsome freaking guy. I am not. I'm very ugly. If you can't tell by my logo, like, I'm ugly as it gets.
I am ugly. I am not Dober's status.
Dude, did you see on Twitter? Ben Davis said, I commented on one of his things or whatever, and he was like, he said, your profile picture scares me. It's my face. And I was like, yeah, I'm just ugly. You don't have to be afraid.
You mean this one?
That one. Sure, Johnny. It's actually hideous, but it'll get attention going. It'll get attention. That's hilarious. But, dude, nicest thing anyone's ever said about me. I appreciate you. You're very kind. You're lying, but you're kind.
Dober has struggled in the grappling department. What kind of never gets takedowns. He finds the back. Yeah, that's the thing. If he finds the back up against the cage, I'm going to be scared with my bet. I will say that. Flavio, what's up, man? He said Crimson Chin Dober. Indeed. Still there. Dober is Nathaniel. Agree.
Right,
he is a little crazy. Got a little baby sprinkle on Dober KO for 60 seconds. He can replicate what Bobby Green did to Renato's boy.
Maybe.
That'd be, dude, I'm still salty about that. I hate you, Grant Dawson.
That was terrible.
A jab. Went down like a sack of potatoes. Come on. Against Bobby Green. He's 38 years old. Ugh. Either way, it doesn't last long. Both have to try to implement their game plan. I think the under 2.5 is a good look for a parlay piece for sure. I've seen Chinny Moicano and Durable Moicano, hoping for the prior and an underdog win. There we go. Dober's the only guy in the world that could say I'm built different and I'd actually take him seriously. Agree?
Yeah.
Dude cuts down to like 190 pounds. So, yeah.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
He just has so much muscle to him.
Yeah. Vasco, what's up, man? He said, hey guys, Moicano versus Dober for me is under 2.5. I like that too.
Excellent play.
Let's see. Plus, Moicano does YouTube stuff now, and you know what they say about YouTubers. Got soft chins, easy to beat. Yeah, Cody.
He's coming off of ACL surgery too, so that's not good.
That is true. We didn't say that. I just found that out as the week went on. I'm like, I didn't know that.
I got the Crimson June too.
There you go. 100% of literally everyone is convinced that this fight ends inside the distance. Contrarian sprinkle, Moicano split decision.
Oh, wow.
Okay. There you go. Or a Dober split.
Okay.
Not likely, but worth some pocket change. Yeah. If you're going that crazy, might as well.
Yeah.
And Jumbo Loco is in the house. What's up? Sorry I'm late, guys. Rough night at work, but I'm here. Appreciate you.
Let's go, Jumbo.
Always, main event. 61 people in the chat. Please hit the like button. Please go to the description. Check everybody out. Will, check out Tyler. If you haven't already, subscribe, follow them. Cody, you can follow him too. He's all right. He does good stuff.
Hit the Patreon.
And the Patreon.
Whatever. I already dropped my breakdown for Vegas 86
on YouTube.
On my Patreon.
Oh, you're doing it early for the goodies. Okay.
I did it for him last week too. I've been getting with this new work schedule. I gotta get it done because I can work on the weekend now. So I got.
You see, there's a new fight added like today though. Did you catch that?
Oh boy,
which one?
I'll make Garcia stepping in to fight that Hyder Emil guy.
I'll just make another little video for that one.
That's why I don't like doing early videos because I
I'll
swear.
just make another little video and get more views. Huh? How about that?
So you're gonna do like every fight, just one video every fight.
If I have to.
I've considered doing
I know
that.
some
It might
people
be a good move. Like
it is a good move because then if anybody types in that fighter's specific name, it's going to bring up your video. And I used to do that before I did my own stuff and stuff. When I would do research, I'd go on YouTube and type in like Jack Hermanson stuff because I didn't even use Twitter. I didn't know about that. That's where everybody was on there giving out some good information. Or I just wanted to see videos, anything.
Yeah. All right. Well, main event time. Roman Dolidze versus Nasruddin Imavov, and I want Cody to start this one off.
Yeah, dude. I just think if you lock these two dudes in a small cage for 25 minutes, Dolidze comes out the winner. Like somehow, some way, he's a fucking gladiator, and I just feel like he comes out the winner. I don't feel like Imavov. Like, see, here's the thing. Like, Imavov does have the good style, like you've seen with Jack Hermanson, but I don't know. I don't think Imavov is as good as Jack Hermanson because Jack Hermanson can actually mix in real good wrestling and stuff. And the thing is like in the small cage, like Imavov's going to come out and he's going to have the style to be picking up Dolidze for that first round and a half. But Dolidze is going to be landing his shots too. And then just like when Imavov fought Strickland, after about a round, maybe about 2 minutes into the second round, he's not even moving around no more. He's standing in the ring and they're just in the middle of the cage and they're just boxing and fighting with Strickland. He had the big cage with Chris Curtis. And it's easy to do what you do against Chris Curtis because if you just keep moving around and throw some shots, he's never going to punch you back. So it's easy to not slow down. It's easy to do that. But Chris Curtis and Dolidze is different. Dolidze is always coming forward. He's throwing power leg kicks, power punches. And I just think that, like, over time, he's going to wear on Imavov. And either Imavov is going to take a bad shot on him, and he's going to do exactly what he did like Jack Hermanson, which, like I said, Jack Hermanson is way higher level than Imavov, in my opinion. And I just think at some point he's either going to club and sub him, hurt him. Imavov's going to get hurt and shoot a bad takedown, or Dolidze is just going to be coming at putting too much pressure on him in that little cage, and Imavov's going to take a bad shot or whatever happens. But I just feel like over 25 minutes in that small cage, that Dolidze is going to come out the winner in that fight. So I really like Dolidze here. I almost bet him, but I've been staying away from main events kind of in this year so far. I haven't felt super confident. I mean, you got like Sean Strickland, Duplessis. How can you feel real confident on either side? And it played out split like it should have. But this one I do like Dolidze, man. And as a dog, like I feel like if the bookies would have started off Dolidze at minus 170, everybody would be thinking about this different because I feel like he should be the favorite. And like if he beat Marlon Vettori in his last fight, like we all pretty much think he did, Vettori was number 4 then. So he would be number 4, number 3 in the world. And he's looking up to like fighting Hamza or just someone crazy like that. And he's not looking back at Imavov, who's like fucking 8 or 10, which I don't know how, because he didn't even want to fight in how long. He had a no contest against Curtis, and he got beat by Sean Strickland before that. Did he beat anybody in between? I think he beat Buckley before Strickland. So I don't even know how he's like top 11, but I don't know, man. I just feel like Dolidze is a different kind of fighter. And I just don't think that Imavov is going to be able to hurt him enough to keep him off him. 25 minutes in that small cage, Dolidze is going to beat him.
All right. Well, Who do you like?
Yeah, well, yeah, like I told you before we started the show, like I've been real conflicted on this. Imavov is his style is pretty, I guess you can say. He fights on the outside. He'll get leg kicks. He's got some solid grappling and all that. But like Cody said, with Dolidze being locked in a small cage, like if it turns into a dogfight, I don't feel like Imavov wants that smoke. If it's like a skilled kind of back and forth thing, I think that's where Imavov will kind of shine. But Dolidze is really he's a dog in there, and I think over time, I think at first Imavov will use his kicks. That's something that Dolidze didn't really address when he fought Vettori. That's probably why he lost. Those leg kicks didn't really do much, but I still thought Dolidze won that. But who am I? But anyway, I definitely feel like in a fight like this, as it goes longer, I like Dolidze's chances. So give me Roman Dolidze.
All righty, Tyler.
Yeah, I don't understand why Imavov was the favorite. I think Dolidze is just going to run him over. I think Dolidze is the far better fighter. I think Dolidze beat Vettori. I think Vettori is a tough fight for Imavov. Fair enough. MMA math doesn't really work. Whatever, I get it. But I think Dolidze is way better. I think he's got all the finishing upside. I think he can win a decision here. The fact that he's an underdog is bizarre to me. The money has come in on Imavov, and that's weird. I'm more confident now than I was earlier in the week. And early in the week, actually, I bet Dolidze like 3 weeks ago. I bet him. I think it was after the first card of the year. Dolidze is probably going to make this one look pretty easy. I think not easy in the sense that like it's going to be like 2 seconds, but I think like going to be clear who the winner is, and it's not going to be like a close fight. Dolidze's got this.
Well, again,
the
guys, contrarian is out and about, and I'm going to go with Imavov here. I just think he's the cleaner striker, and I think this fight's going to play out on the feet. I'm not saying I think Roman does have the power advantage, but Imavov's striking defense is pretty good, and I don't think this fight gets to the mat at all. I don't think Roman's going to be able to take him down. I think it's going to kind of play out like the Vettori fight, where they're going to be like on the feet. It's going to be like a slower pace fight. I think Imavov's a younger guy. He's going to be a little bit quicker on the feet too, quicker strikes, more volume. Roman will have the power advantage, like always, like I said, but I just think maybe it goes later in the fight. Both these guys usually, the cardio does fade as the fight goes on. It could get sloppy in rounds 4 or 5, but I think Imavov should win this fight. I think this fight, if it plays out on the feet, Imavov should win this fight.
You think with that small cage doesn't?
Yeah, because I just don't think Roman's going to be able to take him down like a traditional wrestling takedown. I don't think so.
I mean, but like Imavov ain't going to be able to use as much movement because it's a small ass cage. Like his style is movement kick. He's like a little Cyril Gane.
I get what you're saying, and we talked about it last time. I just really don't. If I wanted to play the over-unders, I would look at the small cage. But both guys are durable, obviously. Imavov's never been knocked out. He's only been submitted once. And Roman's, I don't think, has ever been submitted or finished at all. So I just think this fight goes, as crazy as it sounds, I think this fight goes to decision, and I think Imavov wins it. Probably 49-46, just because of the volume, and he's going to land the cleaner strikes. But Roman does have the power advantage. Like I said, I thought Roman won against Vettori. I really did because of the damage.
Now you fade him against Imavov?
Yeah, because if the judges are looking that way, Roman, and also too, Roman's 35 years old, guys. It doesn't seem like it is, but he's 35 years old. 27 years old for Imavov. Throwing it out.
Vettori's like 27, 28.
Vettori's a meathead.
That's rude.
0 striking defense. Imavov's way better striking defense than Vettori.
Yeah, but Vettori had that big cage to move around in, and he still got beat up. Like, he's a throwing bomb. What?
I said it. Vettori sucks.
Man,
you agree with me?
He doesn't suck. It's just style. But styles make matchups. What I'm saying about the small cage though, like small cages help different, like grapplers. You know what I mean? And then if you're a big dude, plotting dude like Roman that's trying to hit a dude with big power punches, and the other dude's a fast ass dude that's moving around, like the less cage you give him, like they made that little cage for the Contender Series to force more action.
I 100% agree, but it's not going to happen in this fight.
What doesn't happen? Okay. What?
I just don't. Roman is not going to get this fight to the mat. He couldn't take down Staropoli.
But I'm saying for throwing them bombs, though.
Staropoli.
In the little cage.
Staropoli.
Imavov, man. He gassed against Buckley in the third. That's not a good look.
Dude, he went balls to the wall for the first 2 rounds because he was trying to finish him because they had beef.
He fought at a decent pace. He fought at a steady pace.
He was literally like big brothering him.
But what about Sean Strickland showed Imavov doesn't even belong,
up a weight class, short notice fight against Sean Strickland, who's a champion, mind you.
3 days notice.
You think Roman can do that?
Took that I don't. Short notice.
Roman,
in the small cage.
Exactly. But the thing is, it's a different fight. 100%. If Roman was put in the same situation as Imavov, he would lose as well. Just maybe worse.
I don't know.
I think so. There's no way. There's no way Roman would beat Sean Strickland in the same situation. No way. That. I'll shoey bet you that if that ever happens.
I know they train together though. Strickland and Dolidze probably helps him.
Well, good for him. It's not going to help, but
Imavov, huh? Minus 170.
Take it.
Okay.
Take it. Right, you love it. Go ahead, take it.
So shoey bet.
3-1. We already shoey that. I'll take the dog. Take the dog. He's gonna be drinking some of that favorite beer off the shoe. That's come
on, Miller Lite, sponsor me, please.
Miller Lite koozie.
Let's see what everyone else says out there. You know, I see a lot of people on Dolidze, and I get it. But that's another thing that's scaring me away. A lot of people are on Dolidze. You would think the line should be going the other way if a lot of people were on Dolidze. So
I think they're scared to bet him because the bookies are telling him that Imavov's better, and it doesn't make sense. It's like when even like Sadiq Youssef was a favorite over Barbosa. So everybody's like, Sadiq's going to win because he I think, but a lot of times I think in these fights, like the bookies are telling people who's going to win.
Yeah. There you go. Roman by decision. Okay.
There we go, Jaden.
If it goes by decision, Imavov's going to win this fight. I just don't see Roman winning a decision. He couldn't win a decision against Vettori. Even though he did win, technically. But let's see. Great show, guys. Imavov was cleaning up Curtis. He'll clean up Roman. There you go. Me and Dirty. We're on the same page.
Big cage. And Curtis doesn't throw anything. Imavov's coming forward at all time. Or Dolidze.
He throws the same amount of volume as Chris Curtis. Like Roman is not this guy that's going to throw 5 snipping strikes per round or anything like that or whatever. Or per minute, whatever they do. There's no way. He throws like 2 or 3. There you go.
It only takes 1.
Oh, yeah. Well, you root for that then. That's what you're gonna need. All right, show's over. Let's all go around and let's do a bet. Let's do a 4-leg parlay.
Don't be throwing Imavov in there though.
I will.
Or Carolina.
I'm gonna go last.
Who's starting? Let's let
Tyler we're gonna have Tyler start because I feel like his is gonna be the dangerous leg. Tyler.
Okay,
what is the leg?
Easy, Dober.
I
was gonna say Dober round 2, but that's too specific. So
did you know Dober right now? I just saw it change. He's plus 160 money line.
I don't agree with all that.
That's insane.
It should be like a pick 'em because it's one dude's gonna look minus 1,000 basically.
I bet him plus 120, and I felt very confident.
Same.
It's like what the hell? Will, crazy. Who do you like for your leg?
So we had to pick a person, or I could do
any play you like.
Yep.
Okay, I'm doing Araujo and Silva to go to the decision.
Decision? Go the distance? Okay.
Go the distance.
Let's see. I'm gonna write this down later. I'll click it. All right, Cody. Don't do it.
Give me Maxim. I'm gonna take Maxim. We already got a plus 155, 160 on there. So
yeah, we can play it safe with that plus 160 right now.
Yeah.
Maxim money line?
Yeah.
Money line or money.
I mean, by decision. Give me Maxim. Actually, just give me Maxim. Yeah, because I don't.
Just play it safe. Play it safe.
Yeah.
That's minus 245. And money is coming in on him. All right, let's see what we got left here. For me, I will go with
Carolina.
You put that bad juju on me.
I'm gonna go Randy Brown.
Okay, cool.
Just straight up Randy Brown. We all agreed Randy Brown will win. We're all like, yeah, he's gonna win. He's gonna win the decision, but he's gonna win. Yeah, fine. So if you put all that together, it's plus 575.
Damn,
there it is.
That's a nice.
There you go. There's your free money tonight, fellas.
There it is.
Plus 575, man. That's nice.
Dober money line. Fight goes the distance in the Natalia Silver fight. Maxim money line. Randy Brown money line. There it is.
Let's go. That's gonna be a good look.
I will post that on Twitter right after this show.
You tweet that.
I will. So that is the show, guys. Hope you enjoyed. We're gonna go around the table here just to tell everybody what's going on. Tyler, start it off for us. What do you got going on, and where can people find you?
I appreciate it, Johnny. Hey, guys, I need to tell everybody I really like Johnny. Johnny is fantastic. He bought my shirt, so you guys can do that as well. You can find it on my Twitter. You can find it in my description of all my videos. You can buy a shirt. It's fantastic. I'm gonna be coming out with a new one pretty soon too. Johnny looks fantastic in his. Another thing, I do really like Johnny, but here's the deal, guys. I want to pass up Johnny. Johnny's at 2,800 subs. I'm at 2,300 subs. My goal this year is to pass up Johnny. I love Johnny, but I still want to pass him up. I'm about 500 short, so if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go do that right now. You guys aren't going to get me over Johnny. There's only like 40-something of you in the chat. But either way, let's make that run. I'm going to try and pass up Johnny this year. On 138 MMA, you can find me everywhere at 138 MMA, except for on Instagram. There's a little underscore between the number and the letters. Other than that, 138 MMA everywhere. So search it, you'll find it. I'm right there.
Right on. Will, where can we find you and what you got going on?
On Twitter, just follow me at willbrew_10. I'm in the process of making a channel. I was working for MMA Underground, but they have closed their doors. So I'm making my own thing. I'm big on predictions and breakdowns and really good with trivia. So that's probably what my channel is going to be under. I can't wait to have all of you guys on potentially, hopefully. And can't wait to be more a part of this community.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Well, you're going to be on trivia? You get on the MMA trivia?
Yeah.
Dude, okay. I'm doing a trivia night on my channel soon. I'm going to get you on it, all right?
Absolutely.
Deal.
I'm there.
Let's go. Cody.
Oh,
tell everybody where they can find you. Tell everybody about their Patreon, all that good stuff.
No, just if you want my breakdowns, it's on YouTube, Blood Money MMA Bets. If you want my bets during the week, Twitter and Instagram. And then if you want my early bets and all my extra content and all that, I got the Patreon. And I just put a bunch of extra content on there. And if you like early, I mean, I know you have one bad week and it writes off 2.5 years of good stuff. Basically, you don't know your stuff after 1 week, and especially when one of them was a robbery and the other was close. But I'm gonna prove this week, tomorrow, what I got. So follow the bets that I got in for this week because I'm about to hit big tomorrow.
There we go. So down there, that is the show parlay of the week. If you feel like tailing it, go ahead and do it. I'm going to do it at least for a little bit of coin. Plus 575. I think that hits. It's pretty good. But it is. You could definitely check out everybody in the description. The links are there. Go there, click it, follow everybody. And hope everybody does great on their bets this weekend. Hope everybody enjoys the fights. And does anybody want to say anything before we jet?
Yeah, Toilet Face is about to take his grandma's pension and do the right thing. Let's go, Toilet Face.
There you go. Just 5 times it. There you go.
MMA lock of the night. Let's go.
On. All right, guys. Take care. Good luck. Enjoy the fights. And see you next time.